Hello, hello. No, I what? You cannot report my mod. I am sorry. But yes, hello, hello. I'm back, I think. Let me know if things sound weird, because I haven't played around with any of my settings for the last 6 months. But otherwise, today, we're going to make a dice bag. I say that like it's really exciting. It might be. You might really enjoy sewing. Anthea, hello, beautiful lady. Okay, so I pre-prepped some of this because I don't have the space to be cutting loads of stuff out on my what is actually my desk. It's been a while since I've properly sewn anything. This might be mildly chaotic. We're going to try and do this properly. And when I say properly, I mean like we're going to try and do this I don't want to say the right way because there's no wrong or right way. We're going to try and do this the way where it's not going to have loads of flaws. And that's going to probably become mildly chaotic and look like I don't know what I'm doing. Because I don't. No, that's a lie. I do know what I'm doing. I used to sew professionally. I used to make costumes for a living. That was about 5 or 6 years ago now. I'm not going to lie. Last time I was in this stream, you were wearing a yellow plaid shirt. Moogies, have you changed your clothes in the last year? No. It's the same shirt, okay? It's one of my favourite shirts. It's super comfy. It's now, like, threadbare. Fight me, okay? And despite what you want to believe, it's not pyjamas. It's just comfy, like, pyjamas. But it is exactly the same one. I've now had this shirt since Thanksgiving 3 years ago. Okay, so, to start, to make this particular dice bag, you want a bunch of circles. I don't have measurements. You can eyeball this. It really depends on how big you want the bag. But you want 4 circles. I've got my inside circles, so it's slightly smaller. I don't know why I'm trying to hold it up here, because you can actually see it on my desk. Don't mind me. So we've got our inside circles, and then we've got what will be our outside of the bag. I'm going with blue as a theme today. It's PJ's Fight Me. Fight me, why what? So we've got nice velvety blue, much bigger. So if I compare, bigger, because one of these will be inside, and it's going to make little pockets for the dice or jewelry. You can put jewelry in these. I've seen it done many ways. And then I've actually done another big light blue one so that the lining matches the pockets. You don't have to. You can use any colours. We will start with doing the inside, though, so we don't need this yet. So there's loads of ways you can do this. If I'm lazy, usually if I'm lazy, I don't even pin it. I just sort of like hope for the best. If you want to make sure that the fabric isn't going to move, one of the best ways, slightly slower to do it, is to just hand sew like a really big thread. So we're going to do that. We are going to make this slow. It might be boring, but it does mean that the finished piece will actually hold up. And I will put it on Etsy for probably quite cheap. So I have my little pin cushion with all of my missing needles. There we go. Remember where the camera is. We'll grab bright green so I can see it. It's PJ's. Is it leather? No, I don't have any leather. Why do you want a leather one? I can make a pleather one. I have like a shit ton of pleather right here. Ugh. Like, I'm not going to make a pleather one right now. No, I don't have any leather. I have upcycled materials and natural cotton. So this is cotton. 100% cotton, which means it's just nicer. Or give it away to someone who gives yeah, I would give it away too. Let's all pray that no Cocoa Pops are sewn into this bag. There's no Cocoa Pops. I cleaned my desk. The thing that might actually happen though, and I'm really worried about it, is I've got like wires because I've got my headset in, so I can listen to like music too. And I'm really worried at some point I'm gonna get the scissors out and just like right through my lovely expensive IEMs. Because that will happen. We know that will happen. I'm going to send a complaint if I don't get a free Cocoa Pop. You want Cocoa Pop? Come to my house. I will buy you a whole box of Cocoa Pops. It's cool. I'll clip it if you do. You'll just clip my soul leaving my body. I cannot afford to be replacing nice things right now. It's not happening. It's Christmas, guys. I think I've lost a needle already. That or I pinned it somewhere. I will always say I think I've lost a needle, probably because I have. So you may also see me step on something or pin myself. Now, I'm trying to, let's see if I can do it this far away. I'm maybe too blind for this. So we're going to get a little thread of the needle. I've got my circles. What I should do is actually turn this the right way out. So, because we're working on like linings, we want to do everything inside out so that you don't see the seams on the outside. So, I don't know if you can tell with this fabric, but the grain of it's slightly different. So, the inner lining's slightly coarser than what the outer part is, and that's just because of the weave. That's like fabric textiles. That's how it's been woven together. So what we're going to do is we're going to flip it that way. You're at work, so you stretch. A big stretch. Ugh. Thank you. Oh, I think my back just clicked. Okay. So we're also going to ignore the fact that we've got the dark blue velvet fluff everywhere for the minute. So let's flip it that way. So I think I was saying about tacking things together. So you can pin it. The reason we're going to hand sew it is because circles are an arsehole and fabric does move whilst you're sewing it. And this will just hold it in place a bit better than pins will. It's like a practice thing. I got to go work, don't stab yourself. I will stab myself. One of the things I'm not using is a rotary cutter because the last time I used a rotary cutter, I nearly took a finger off. So we're not touching that. So we are just going to put a knot at the end. Oh, so I don't know if anyone sews. You can put knots in things easily. Some people wrap it around the needle. I like to just wrap it around my finger a couple of times and then roll it down. And then you have like a little like, looks like a tiny spider. Little fuzz. So we will just hang out, chill whilst I sew around a circle. Which I was so I don't know if you can see behind me. I have a dress mannequin, and on my dress mannequin we've got like 2 little pouches and a circle thing there. That's because before I went, I'm going to do this, I had to figure out the sizes that I wanted and how it was going to look and what fabric should probably be used on the inside and outside. And that's sort of what it ends up looking like, a little pouchy. But the big circle one, that's kind of what we're making, except for don't use, it was too small. It was too small for the fabric I was using for it, which was wool. And it didn't close properly because there was too much fabric to bunch up. Sewing tip 101, make tiny spider. Yeah, sewing tip 101, make a tiny spider. Make a tiny spider. Again, this is how I would do things if I wanted to make sure everything was going to match up and was like really precise. Again, I used to make costumes for a living. When I made them for other people, it'd take me like 5 times as long as if I was making something for myself, because when it was for myself, no one saw the inside, only me. Like, the amount of unfinished costumes I wore that no one had to know was unfinished. So we will... Like, this does not have to be neat, it just has to be flat, and it just has to be secure-ish. Because what you're going to end up doing is sewing over it and then pulling it out. It's not what I want to do. We don't want to bunch it. Keep it flat. Keep it flat. I feel like I'm in home ec. Home ec. So, fun fact, when I was at school, we didn't have home economics. We did do textiles, and I took it as a GCSE, except for the fact that I was a little shit. The teacher didn't like me much either. To be fair, my mum didn't like the teacher. I dropped out, so I never actually got a GCSE in textiles. And I think I learnt to like sew and do costumes and stuff more out of spite. Like, I was like, fuck you, I'm gonna do this. That, and obviously I was a performing arts kid. Turned out I wasn't very good at performing arts. Like, I'm not special, as one might try and believe. So I got into like the backstage stuff and started making costumes, theatre things. So like, if you need a pantomime dame costume, I could make that. I could make that. I have made that in the past. But yeah, I didn't even know we had home ec in the UK. I thought it was a very American thing, but I could be very wrong, because we now have proms in the UK. Which, when I was at school, it was the Leavers Ball rather than a prom. Gotta love learning skills purely out of spite. I'm driven by spite. I learn a lot of things. One of the reasons I started streaming was because someone said, oh, it's harder than it looks. You won't be able to do it. And I was like, watch me, bitch. And then I made affiliate in like 2 weeks. And that was about 4 years ago now during COVID. And that was just out of pure spite. And then I realized I really enjoyed it and I just kind of kept it up. So yeah. Driven by spite. I think a healthy bit of spite fuel is a good way to go. And I'm not the only one. So many people are driven by spite. To be fair, I don't like being told I can't do something. I really hate being told that I can't do something when I'm like, I'm pretty sure I probably could put my mind to it. But then I'm also like the embodiment of, I can do that. And then that ends poorly for me. You know, oh look, I could do it. I could do a backflip. No, breaks next. I've never done a backflip before. I just want to put this out here now, and I've never broken my neck. But you know, I imagine that's how that would go if I did. So yeah, okay, this is a bit slow. I know. Again, we're going to do this properly so that when it gets made, it will actually hold its form. But we are going to go with, so I said we've got like blues and silvers for this. One of the things my lovely sewing machine that you can see in the corner, sort of, there we go, can do is a little bit of like, not fancy embroidery, but a little bit of embroidery. And what I want to do is when we get to the outside is I'm going to put like some stars on it. It's going to be like a little whimsical starry dice bag. The reason we went with a dice bag is because when I was sat here going, I've got a big box of fabrics and I've got all my sewing stuff that I haven't touched in 2 years, was about the same time that Bud was telling everyone that we were going to do a D&D game. And I was like, well, dice bags are fun. I don't have enough dice for a dice bag because I'm not really the biggest D&D player. But, you know, eventually we will do a D&D game with Bud. I actually remember Levers Balls and school discos getting rebranded to proms while I was still at school. Yeah, so there's 5 years difference between me and my younger sister. I had a Levers Ball, she had a prom. And she had like loads of proms, whereas I had one Levers Ball. Like, we were 16, it was the end of the GCSEs. When you danced, kind of, you all wore stupid dresses. I used to ride a moped when I was younger, when I was 16, and about a week before the Levers Ball, I had an accident. I came off of it, and at the time I was a stubborn little shit that wasn't wearing proper protective gear. So I had my helmet on, so obviously like my head was fine, but I was just in my school uniform, which I shredded as I slid across the ground. So when I went to my Levers Ball, I had this gorgeous like ball gown. For some reason, like I don't think it's quite the same now, but for some reason when I was going to my Levers Ball, it was all about like the biggest, prettiest ball gowny dress, and everyone was in like practically in wedding dresses, which I don't know about you, but I think that's a bit odd. Like now thinking back, I'm like, that's a bit bizarre. But anyway, I had this gorgeous dress on, and it had this big sort of slit up the side, and it just so happened to be the side where I had absolute scabbage all up like the side of my body. It wasn't good. That, and I still had braces at the time, so I was a bit goofy looking with my braces. Yeah, it was horrifying. I let my next door neighbor came around and did my hair, so I obviously didn't like have GHDs. When I was 16, it was 2006, and my parents weren't going to buy me like a pair of, you know, a couple of £100 hair stuff. I had an iron or a 20 quid jobby from Woolworths. But my next door neighbour had these really lovely GHDs, so she said, oh, I'll come around and do your hair and I'll curl it for you. I looked like a bloody shih tzu, Lhasa Apso. Like, I don't know what she did. She put this little weird tuft on the top of my head. Guys, my Levers Ball was tragic. I went to it. I was miserable and in pain for all of it because I was dumb and had hurt myself. And then there was like the after party, which we all get in this limo to go to. And I got there and just went, I want to go home. I want to go home to bed. So like at midnight, I made my parents come out and get me. I was like, come pick me up, please. I'm done. I've had enough. I've lost my thread's fallen off of the needle. Come on. So yeah, the tragic life of MoogieCookies. Oh my goodness, why are you not going in? Am I being blind? Might be. I frayed it. Might frayed it. Struggling, guys. Come on. There we go. My prom wasn't, your prom wasn't great either. I think everyone has like a tragic, you know, prom or leavers ball story. And if you don't, you're lying. I think I recently donated my dress actually to like a local school and it's gone into their costume department. God, I never wanted to go but was forced to. So it's not like I didn't want to go because obviously my friends were going to be there. So I wasn't forced to be there, but I also like, do you know what the best part of prom was? And it wasn't the food for me. We had, I say prom, leavers ball at Hilton hotels. There was one in the town over from where my school was and our leavers ball committee had booked their function room for it. So, like, my leavers ball was at a Hilton hotel function room. But it was one of the divier ones. So it looked like it was straight out of, like, the 80s. Not even the 80s, maybe the 70s. Like, the really crappy carpet that probably still smells like smoke because smoking in buildings was still allowed, allowed the last time it went in. But, like, the highlight was they played, is it Five? Who does the song like "Get on up when you're down, baby"? With my hand dancing. Take a good look around. That one. That was like the highlight because that went on, and then me and not even with my friends. I ended up dancing with all like the weird nerdy boys. We all just had like a fun to that one song, and that's the only thing I really remember being enjoyable. Like, is that bad? Yeah, I was just in a really bad mood the whole night and totally spoiled it. Do you know what? We all do that though, don't we? If you don't want to be somewhere, especially when you're younger, you think like our leavers balls and proms, we're somewhere between what, like 14 and 18. We're moody teenagers. It's our right to be spoiling things. It's our right to be spoiling things at that age. Like, I remember just like, obviously my mum would have had to have subsidized, I can't even say the bloody word, paid for most of it. But like, because all my friends were like, we're getting a limo, so I had to go in with the limo. I did have like a Saturday job at the time. I worked at like a supermarket at the weekends. So like I could pay for a lot of it, but like they were all going, like getting their nails done. I remember people going for like weeks before the leavers ball. They were going to like tanning places. Meanwhile, I'm like, I was too lazy to get out of bed early enough to do my makeup in the morning, let alone spend 6 weeks prepping. So like, I think I glued my fingers together slightly trying to put like fake nails on for it on the day. Maybe? Like, I think I just didn't care enough. Is that bad? I don't think that's bad. I don't need to. That's good. That's good enough. Okay, so little matter about prom. We've got our circle and we've got our lovely thing there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to pull the sewing machine over. Attempt. Should be interesting. I'm going to have to take the ear bibbly bobblies out for that bit. All I remember was being in a mood like the Chad Baby doll. All I liked about it was the limo and seeing a chocolate fountain. See, we didn't even get a chocolate fountain! Rip off. I put my hair in a bun and threw on my Converse shoes. I wore a pair of shoes from a charity shop. And I didn't wear... Let I say I wear them. I wore them through the door. No one could see them. My dress was long. And then I kicked them off because I was uncomfortable. I worked and I had to pay for everything to do with prom and my own money. So I think I was getting upset at how much extra money the rich kids were wanting me to spend on expensive food and drinks. Right? Like, off. I'm going to be terrified. If I ever have kids and they have to go to like a leavers ball, I feel sorry for them. I feel sorry for them because I'm going to be like, you don't need that. No, I'll drive you. I'll drive you in our battered up family car. You don't need to be in a fucking limo. I mean, to be fair, the limo, like, the limo was cheaper for us because one of our friends' dads owned a limo company. But we still had to pay for it. Like we got family discount or something. But also, like, I'd already been in a limo. I'd been to weddings. Like, I don't know about in the States, but I know in the UK there was one point where, like, turning up to a wedding in a limo was the thing. And I'd been a bridesmaid, so... Okay, so we have a sewing machine. This may be mildly chaotic. Oh, we can still sort of see the faceage. Although, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this over here so I can still see what my hands are doing. Yeah, we're good. That's my wiring for electrics. I was dragged to this expensive place for breakfast afterwards and was getting... Oh, wait, hang on. I missed a bit. Oh, no, that was the expensive food bits. So I was dragged to this expensive place for breakfast afterwards and was getting tilted about having to buy pancakes like 20 a pop. 20 for I can make you pancakes for free. It'll cost me £2. Like, it's not gonna cost that much money. Who's paying 20 quid for pancakes? Isn't the whole point of pancakes that they're meant to be dirt cheap? Because it's just flour, eggs, and milk. No, sugar. I don't fucking know. Fucking 20 quid for pancakes the next day. What are we? Do you know what I blame, guys? I blame media. I blame film and TV. I blame shitty shows on Nickelodeon and Disney Channel where it's like, we're going to prom! Like Mean Girls. All that bollocks. I blame that. Who knows? Those things are better have had truffle shavings. Mate, those things better have had gold dust. Gold dust and a magic wish. 20 quid a pop for pancakes. What is the world coming to? West End, man. Shit's extortionate there. Wait, are you talking about West End in London? Did you have your leavers ball in the West End in London? Or your prom? Or is that where you had to go for breakfast? I love the West End. No. Okay. I was going to say, like West End. You say West End to a theatre kid and it's like saying Broadway. It's like saying Broadway to me. Oh, in Glasgow, the West End in Broadway. Yeah. To be fair, the West End in London is also extortionate, but then London itself is just extortionate. Says the woman that lives in Kent, which is equally as fucking extortionate. It's the same. It's the same thing. Okay. I need to change my thread. So at the moment I've got red thread in because I was practicing on red thread. So we're going to try and colour match. I have got like a box. You can't see it because it's slightly up. I can try and carry it actually. Before I knock it off. Like my box of many threads. And they're different colours. So we're going to do our best to colour match. So this looks seamless. And I think that might be the one. That might already be the perfect... What do we think? Yeah, it's like basically the same. Perfect. That was lucky. The West is only for Jakies in the Pixel Wild West. Ain't it just? Ain't it just? Now let me put my headphones back in. Feels obnoxiously quiet without them. I don't know how this is going to go, by the way. I don't know how my sewing machine is going to pick up on the microphone, which is like right here. Just smacks it. I'm sure that was lovely on ears. It might be like sewing machine ASMR, or it might be like being on a construction site. Who knows? What else do I need to do? Oh shit, I need a bobbin. Okay. Have I got any bobbins? Okay. She's like, what do I need? Trying to remember. A bobbin. I am going to have to... What, aren't I? Do I have any bobbins? Oh. 1 second, guys. You might see... I'm going to have to do these out again. Just going to see the back of the chair whilst I try and find an empty, unused bobbin. Bobbin! Okay. Where are they? Oh. Shit, where are they? Hold on. I lost my bobbins? Oh, wait, do I have a spare one in the magic compartment of... Oh, sewing? Nope. No, we do not. Is there a spare one in here? Like, all of my random bits? Oh, no. Tragic. Well... Rip sewing. No, I'm joking. That's my random feet. When I say my random feet, what I mean though is like presser feet, not actual feet. Rip bobbin, a truly underappreciated bit. I have so many of them. It's just where I've put them. 1 sec. There's like a... There we go. There's the baggie of them. baggie of bobbins. A baggie of bobbins. Yeah, it's like a little bobbin. Where's my red one? Was my red one a plastic one as well? So the problem with sewing machines is you can buy like loads of cheap bobbiny bits, but if it's the wrong size or shape or doesn't sit right in like in its compartment, you end up getting like bunching, the tension gets thrown off. So I just want to make sure that this is... I've already lost my red bobbin. I wanted to make sure it's the right one. I guess we're just going to find out, aren't we? We're just going to... That's a broken bobbin. We're just going to like YOLO. I'm sure it'll be fine. We'll find out. We'll find out. So, I am going to... Can I... Does that go higher? No, it does not. Okay, we won't do that. Can I see that on... If I take that off for a second. See the top of the sewing machine. Ooh, yes we can. Let's bring that down a bit. Oh, it's my hand. That didn't work, did it? Okay. God forbid I want to show you the top of a sewing machine, guys. Oh, there we go. Top of the sewing machine. Can you see my face? No. Does that matter? Also no. Okay. Put the headphones back in. It's killing me that we were talking about Bobbin in a voice that isn't Robin. I'm so sorry. I don't even know if I can do the Bobbin voice the Robin voice anymore. She was always like, well, Papa, you're a bad man. Maybe Bobbin's Papa isn't very nice to her. There you go. That's kind of it, right? I don't remember. Some of the voices, like the only one I think I can still do is I know I can still do is the Andy one because it's easy slip into Northern. But even her accent changed a little bit near the end because I went from like I gradually got more Southern. So I went from being Yorkshire to like Wigan to God knows where near the end. But yeah, bobbins. Gotta love a bobbin. So we put the little bobbin on the bobbin dibbly dobbly. And then I put the spoolie on the other spoolie. These are all very, is that the right way? Yeah. Is that the right way? Yes. Put that on the thing. These are all very, technical terms, the spoolies. Andy is burned into your soul now, surely. Yeah, I think Andy is. I think she might be. To be fair, she was the easiest accent to slip into that wasn't my own. That's a lie. Cecily's was, because Cecily is just a posher version of me. But Andy's was like the next thing closest, right? Okay, so that happens there, and then we're going to thread that through there. Fortunately, most sewing machines come with like a handy-dandy little where do you thread things. Do I often read instructions? No. Should I? Probably. Okay, so now we're going to tweak that around there. There we go. That goes around there. And then I'm just going to give that a little cheeky wrap. A little cheeky wrap around there so it stays wrapped around there. And then that goes like so. Then we buffed it there. Now I'm going to turn it on. I have a machine where I can just press buttons and I don't need a foot. I do have like the presser foot, like the little go button. Pull it up off the floor quickly because I quite like that. One of these. I also have one of these that just plugs into my computer for when I wanted to do things like ukulele on stream or in roleplay. And I couldn't use my hands for push to talk, so I had that set up to push to talk. So if I randomly don't press a foot for the sewing machine, it's because for some reason I found my other button. Let's put that there.
You fucking
Nova! Prick. Hello, my lovely! How are you? How was stream? She's there. What were you streaming? Was it roleplay or another game? Oh god, I missed this voice. Oh, Nova! You're too kind. You're too kind. Okay. Thank you, Chad Baby Doll, for the shout out. Yeah, what were you playing? It says you're playing... Oh, does it say I'm playing Red Dead? No, that's a lie, guys. That's a lie, isn't it? Let's find the category that I'm actually doing. Oh, no. Oh, no. You started Cyberpunk again. Let me type that. I'm trying to get my my keyboard quickly. I thought I had everything ready. I'm not doing Red Dead, I'm afraid. Crafting? Question mark? Crafting and building exploration? Crafting mama? What's all of the possible makers and crafting? Let's put it there. That should update. If anyone refreshes, that should do it. This is way better. Yeah, we're making a dice bag. Mostly we're just nattering away. Nice and easy, casual nattering. Winding a bobbin up. So there we go. I've got my foot on the presser whilst we do that. It's one of those, I kind of know what I'm doing. I kind of pre-planned. I also didn't completely get everything ready. Nattering, I love it. Yeah, having a good natter. It's lunchtime in the UK. It's like nearly 12 midday. No one wants to do anything other than natter, right? We're making bags instead of buying them on Amazon. That's sort of an outlaw activity, so Red Dead is slightly appropriate. Okay. Who cares? Planning is for dorks. Reading's for nerds! Yeah, we're being an outlaw. We're hand-making stuff. Oh, there we go. Oh, we have a bobbin. Do I have a little handy-dandy thing there? Okay, so we're going to pop the bobbin into the bottom here. Sadly, and I don't know how I can change that because my sewing machine has a light so I can see what things are happening. But it does reflect on the white, Bally. Well, it's 1 a.m. and as much as I want to catch a natter, I need to pass the fuck out. Oh, go to sleep. Have a lovely rest. And we will catch up another time when you're awake. Thank you for the raid, by the way. So anyway, those that joined us, I'm not playing Red Dead. I'm sorry if that was oopsie mistakey. We are crafting. We are just chilling. Feel free to join in and just tell me about yourselves. Remember, if your grand knit, she's exactly the same as Jack Kettleman. Listen, knitting's cool. I say that. I don't really knit. I know how to. Can't knit anything other than like a scarf because that's just like one thing, right? Okay, so let's thread this. Oh no, have I forgotten how? No, I haven't. Don't be silly. That goes there. And then it goes down the question mark. Yeah, we're good. And then, hang on. You need to catch over that. Yep, perfect. I've missed something. I have. Don't mind me. I've missed something. The tension knobbly dobbly. Okay, so. Still goes over that bit, and then it goes around this bit. Does it go around this bit? Guys, am I gaslighting myself into doing this wrong? 1, 2. That's 2. Still need 3. So that does... Oh, it goes around there. That feels so wrong, but okay, we'll go with it. I think I'm gaslighting myself, guys. Who knows how to knit? I'm joking. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Is there another 3? Am I... No, I did do that right. No, I did that right the first time. I'm gaslighting myself, guys. I'm gaslighting myself. Freaking... It's okay. I'm allowed. Okay, so it goes down and up this dibbly-dobbly. I don't know. I've lost so much thread in the process. And it goes over that dibbly-dobbly. Guys, sewing's easy. I promise. And then we go through that dibbly-dobbly. And then we go up to that dibbly-dobbly. And that says 7, so I assume that's it. That doesn't have a number. But what I do have is I have an automatic threader, and now I don't remember how it works. This is another is that even a word situation? No, probably not. Where's my... Is it that one? Oh. That's not the button I want. Where's my thread it button? Oh. Ugh. It's on the side. I knew I had an automatic threader. Now, not all machines have it. Most new machines do. Otherwise, you have to play around and like thread shit through there. We're not doing that. We're going to go with the oofed magic button that threads it for me. Why? Because I have old lady eyes. Ugh. Oh no, I made a mistake, didn't I? Which was having too much thread, so now we've got to pull it through. Ugh. Ugh. There we go. Let's make that a bit shorter, shall we? Random thread that we don't use. Okay, now we don't need to have all of that there. Pull this back up so it's not just like random headless lady from Tom and Jerry. Okay. So, we've threaded our machine. We want to just pull up a little bit of thread from the bobbin so it comes up underneath. Sewing machines are magnificent things. I could go into how they actually work and the ins and outs, like the engineering. If you're interested in all that, like, oh God, go look it up. Sewing machines are actually quite impressive how they make things work. I love the possibility that something in this stream could end up catching fire. I nearly had a candle on the go. I might burn myself with an iron. At some point, I'm gonna have to get the iron out. I don't have an ironing board. I don't have space. I do have a little fold up table thing and a tea towel, which is what we're gonna use for ironing. And then I'm gonna have a hot iron with nowhere to put it. So I might burn myself. Like, we might have a trip to A&E, guys. I'll just go live on my phone and we'll go to A&E together. It'll be fun. It'll be all fun and games. So I don't actually want this presser-foot. I want a different one. Fun fact, as I was setting up for all of this, I dropped most of my presser feet on the floor. And this was like last week, I say. I've been like 2 weeks, I've been umming and ahhing about doing this and sort of playing around with sewing. I dropped all my presser feet on the floor. And as I was looking for them, I was a massive dum-dum and rolled my chair over them. So I broke a lot of my presser feet. And this is a cheap one. Here we go. Little cheap one off of Amazon, which will hopefully do the do. So we're going to take the N one. The N one. Some of them have like little numbers on them, little letters. That's an N. The one I'm using now is technically a J with an additional bibble bubble on it. I don't understand why. Well, I do understand why. So it's got a little bibble bubble on it to help me with like my line guides. I didn't ask for it that way. It just came that way. And we're going to use it because it came that way. We're not going to do it like that. Okay. So we're just going to clip that on. Ooh. There we go. Boom. And we're going to set this to the biggest one because my inside circle is a little bit too big for what I want it to be. So I might take that off. We're just going to use a straight stitch, a running stitch, whatever you want to call it, that the sewing machine does. I have all the stitches that my sewing machine does on this little dibbly-dobbly thingy here. And there's like loads on the other side. Each one needs a different kind of presser foot to do. I can't remember off the top of my head which one is best. Probably 3. Yeah, 3 will do. The other one is tension. So on top of my machine, I've already moved my... Yeah, we can see actually. On top of the machine, we have like a little dial. And it has like numbers on it. I can't remember which way to go for which thickness of fabric. I feel like the lower the number, the looser it is, the higher, the tighter. So we're just going to go in the middle. You can buy these at home. Chat, just type fill the feet with the bibble bobble into Google. Yeah, it's a J foot or a zigzag foot, a zigzag presser foot. And you want it for, like, this is called a low shank sewing machine. Don't know what would be a high shank, probably like the big industrial ones, or I think overlockers are higher, like a high shank, but this is a low shank because it's like an at-home domestic-ish one. I used to have a little machine that, like, I used to have an industrial, but it was like a really old Singer industrial. It was like from the 80s that my aunt had given me, and that thing was scary. Like, I used to drag it to shit, but that had a clutch on it. Like, that had a full-on motor. This doesn't. I mean, it has a mini motor, but it doesn't have, like, I don't have to put oil into this machine. Like, that thing needed, like, its own version of petrol. That's an exaggeration. It didn't use petrol. No one uses petrol with sewing machines anymore, I don't think. But you did have to put oil in it. And it had, like, a whole, like, a belt. Like, the same kind of belt that you put in a car. It had its own version of that. It was fun. Right, okay. So, we're gonna sew. Oh no. So I'm gonna just move this back. You might actually get a better view on it. My little tubby fingers. Okay, so we'll lower the presser foot down. So, actually, do you know what? We'll start it. I didn't mean to do this, but it's all worked out well. So, we're gonna sew these 2 circles together, but we are going to leave a gap where we don't sew it because we're gonna then turn it inside out. And we're gonna do that in the area where I ran out of thread. Because that's almost like already the perfect gap. So, I keep saying so because we're sewing? No, I just keep saying so because I'm that way inclined. Okay. So, drinking game, anyone? We will take this further. Now, this is where you will see that I am absolutely trash at following guides. I'm wonky. I am wonky. We're going to slow this down a bit so I don't speed through. So, you can just go straight on and you don't have to do anything. Because this is going to be the lining, I'm actually going to reverse it a bit on itself. And this is to stop the thread from unraveling. You can also do a thing. I'll tie off the other way, like without using the machine. So we can be like, there's other ways to tie things off if you don't have like the back stitch option on a machine. Like you can also just do this by hand. You do not need to use a machine for these things. It does make it faster and it does make it a bit more consistent, but you know, it's preference. And we're just gonna go, I'm gonna go nice and slow because I will make mistakes otherwise. I might do a second, like go around this just because I do need it to be smaller than what it is gonna come out. So we might do that. We might not actually. No, but we'll see how it turns out. It doesn't need to be smaller. It really depends on how much of a ruffle you want on your outer circle. I always say so it's fine. I do always say so, but I don't think I say so as much as I just said it then in the space of like 3 seconds. I just said so like 90 million times. Exaggeration. But you know, who doesn't love a bit of exaggeration, eh? I am paying attention to the sewing machine right now, so I will keep looking up. But I am aware that I will sew my fingers if I look away. That, or I will like sew a straight line when it needs to be a circle. Ideally, you want like a nice flat out that area. My camera stand is stopping it from happening. I'm sorry. So we're just going to keep going. There we go. We'll pick up a bit of speed. And the nice thing is, because rather than pin it, we've done like a hand tack, it won't move itself too far out of place. Whereas with needles, you do have, like with pins, you do have a little bit more give to like wiggle things around, which is not what we want. Because there is like lessons learned the hard way. There is like a preciseness that you need with sewing, especially if you're dealing with like patterns and clothing. Otherwise, you end up with things that don't quite fit in the right area, or if you've taken measurements. Like I've eyeballed these circles. I made patterns. Oh, she's gonna grab them. I sat there and made like a bunch of circles. This was a dinner plate, and I like added like an extra bit of an outside on it. This, I used the cover for my fan just because it was big enough and it was circle. And that is literally all you need to do, is find circles or make circles. If you can make a circle, I spent like 3 hours trying to do my own big circle and was like, why does it come out oblong? So I'm just shit with shapes. But that is all sewing really is. It's shapes and like sticking them together. She says. Sewing's like making things, not quite sewing. Sewing itself can be, you know, a bit more. But like if you're making a thing, clothes, bags, it's just shapes. It's geometry. If you're good at that, you'll be pretty decent at making these things work and drafting patterns. So we're going to take it all the way around. Keep it nice and consistent. Okay, so now trying to draw perfect circles yourself is the worst. Yeah, right. Hang on, I'm just gonna drink some of this. Just any shape. Trying to draw any shape perfectly is a pain in the ass. And I'm sorry, they do not make compasses. Is it called a compass? What's the thing you used to use in maths where it was like, draw a circle? And it used to help you make like an isosceles triangle. Is it called an isosceles triangle? Guys, I didn't do very well in maths. Yeah, a compass. So, we've done that. Now, usually I would back stitch it, but I'm not going to. Because the other thing you can do is, if you leave enough of a little tail, what we can do is, I don't know if you can see that. It's going to be difficult because I am doing this in the colour. You can actually pull the thread through to the same side. So if you just give like one of the tails a little tug, because you've got 2 bits of thread here interweaving and interlocking with each other to make this stick with itself. Oh no! We are going to do another pass on this because I've got the wrong tension. So how you can tell that your tension is off, if you look really closely, you can see that I've got like little doopy doopies. So we are going to do another pass on this because we don't want the tension. That sucks. Mistakes are made. So we will do that just like the other side of the thing. But what you can do, I don't know if you can see me doing it now, is you can pull both threads through to the same side, and then you just tie it like a normal knot. It has a technical name, I can't remember it. You'll find like a lot of dresses, like clothing, a lot of coats will get finished like this, so will a lot of suits. And then the thread gets tucked away. Look at that, I have an alarm. My midday alarm. That's my have you stayed in bed too long, bitch alarm. So yeah, and then you can just like tie it off. And it's another really nice, neat way of doing it. Because like, especially if it's going to be on the outside, because the back so can look a bit garbage. Now, I'm going to quickly Google what tension I should be using because I'm dumb and can't remember. Sewing tension, sewing machine. Sewing machine tension. Guys, when in doubt, ask Google. Sewing machine tension. Sewing machine tension, I don't... Understanding thread tension. I just want the chart. Which way makes it tighter? Oh, look. Correct tension. Upper thread too tight. Upper thread too loose. So how do I make my upper thread tighter? My lower thread is fine. Do I want to go left or do I want to go right? Check the default setting. The default setting is usually going 4, but check your sewing machine. Turn the dial up and down. Check for loops. But what way makes... Don't Google it. Google is the demon. Google is the demon. Oh, chart. There we go. That made it easier. Nope. What should sewing machine... 4 or 5 on medium to heavy fabrics, such as twill weaves and... Yeah, no, I don't want that. Jesus. Do you know what? I have a feeling we want to set it to like 2. That's what we're going to go with. If it's lefty-loosey, righty-tighty sort of thing. Is it a lefty-loosey? I don't know. I don't remember. I think the lower the number, the tighter it is. Oh, sewing machine PDF? Come on, surely someone just says... Oh, what's this? Type of... That's... No, Pinterest, that's not useful. Nope, I don't want a PDF. Sewing machine, tension... For thin fabric? Question mark? Lightweight cotton, lower than 4 or 5. Google's really not... I don't think anyone fucking knows. Do you know, I don't think anyone knows. We could ask a professional, and I don't think they know. We're going to go with lower. We're going to hope for the best and go with lower. Ooh, don't do that. We're just going to, like, go on a hope and a prayer, guys. But at least I haven't stitched myself together yet. So we're going to do this again. Where's my... On the plus side, it does mean that I can make this a bit smaller. Which is what I kind of wanted, didn't I? I did say I wanted to make it smaller. This is just forcing me to do it. Let's get all the threads out the way. Because having all the threads in the way is going to be a problem. Ooh. Hasn't cut any wires yet, though. Have you got spare fabric you could test on? Yeah. Look at that. I've still got some scraps from when I cut out the stuff. Which will be perfect, right? Some scraps. Hey, who would have thought testing would have been a smart idea? Imagine. Ooh, okay. Just whap that through. I want to backstitch, see if that works. Watch this be too tight. No, why are we doing this, sewing machine? Why are we being an asshole? Machine? Do I need you to be small? Maybe I want smaller stitches. Maybe it's because my bobbin is shit. No, it's not my bobbin. Something up here. I've definitely threaded it right. Well, we'll figure out. I'm gonna just drop the size down. So I have a machine where I can actually change the length of the stitch. We're gonna go with a smaller, maybe higher number, higher tightness. No, I think the higher number is for... We'll find out. Pretty sure the higher number is for like fur and stuff, like for the thick stuff. Oh, yeah. Maybe, I could be wrong. Are you fucking kidding me? Is it the higher number? Is it because the bobbin is... It might be a dog shit bobbin. Maybe I should find a different bobbin. Should I find it? Maybe I should. Maybe I should find one of the nice metal ones. Maybe. I should stop being a bitch and just fucking get over it, right? Oh, it might be a higher I'm not gonna keep stretching through. I'm gonna do it on my phone. Where's Google when I need... Like, where's my OK? She'll start talking to me from upstairs now. Okay. This is the content we've all been waiting for. What number tight tension on sewing machine? Wow, English good. On a sewing machine, the higher the number on the tension tie. Oh, it's the higher the number. It is the higher the number. I had it wrong. Had it fucking wrong. Okay. So fucking dumb. Let's just try that one more time, shall we? Wow, common sense wins again. Fuck your common sense. Who even needs common sense? I've gone through life with nothing but a prayer and a dream. I don't need no common sense. Existential life crisis over a sewing machine. Yeah, that kind of looks better. Like, I don't know, doesn't it? It looks better. You can't see it. You can't see it because my camera is not high definition enough to pick it up. Hang on. So if that feels like it's too tight though. I do think my bobbin is problematic. Let's drop you down then to 4? Question mark. Get there. We'll get there eventually. Fortunately, this isn't actually on the outside, but I do need to do a top stitch at some point, and I would like it to not bubble. Come on. Love being a backstreet seamstress. Yeah, amazing. No. Why are we... What's wrong with you? Is it my needle? My needle? No, it's not my needle. Is it my needle? Is my thread? Do I need a thinner... Do I need a thinner needle? Have I got a jeans needle in there? I might need a thinner needle. One sec. There's so many... Okay. There's so many reasons why things don't work. And you kind of have to, like, go through it all. That's not what I wanted. Where's all my sewing machine needles? Not in there. Sometimes you just need to clean the machine. I don't think my machine needs cleaning, though. I haven't used it in 2 years, and I'm pretty sure I cleaned it before I put it away. Hi, Winters! How are you? What's this one? Solid slide to open? No, I don't want that one. What are you? That's the jeans one. So, what's this one? I'm okay, how are you? I'm okay, thank you. We're having an existential life crisis because apparently I forgot how to use a sewing machine. We're making a dice bag. Oh, what's that? It looks like chewing gum. It's not. It's it's tiny needles. Oh no. Oh no, what are you for? You're for something. What did you come from? China, apparently. That's not the needle I want, though. I think that's for, like... That's for something else. That's for another stitch. That's not for the stitch that I need it for. Let's not use that. Don't want the jeans one. That's wrong. definitely have more needles somewhere, but I think these might be the ones that I want. No, because they look too thick too. And that's got to be the right one. That looks like a cotton one. She says. Am I Googling it again? I think I'm Googling it again. Do I really not have, like, the other needles? So I have, like, a big box of stuff, which I haven't organised through, and I'm sure there's needles in there, but I don't think this is the day to be getting on the floor and just pulling everything out. Is it? Oh, is there more in here? Random bag of goodies? No. That must be the, like, that's got to be the right needle. Question mark. Is it the speed? What have I broken? I've broken something, clearly. She broke something, guys. What have we got here? Do I have one? Oh, do I have a sewing machine needle in here? Sometimes I stab random things in places and forget that I've done it. No, there isn't one in there. We're just gonna power through. We're gonna power through. We're not gonna worry about it. We're not gonna. Ooh, what's that? Oh, wait. Is that my original presser foot? I lost a presser foot. I couldn't find it. I lose a lot of things, and I think I've just looking for a needle finds a missing foot potentially. Oh, she's throwing threads everywhere. I have loads of threads, guys. Ooh! Tragic. It's an outrage. Oh, I have a bobbin with the blue thread on it, and it's a nicer bobbin. We'll try that bobbin as well. We'll see if the bobbin's a problem. Bobbin's letting us down. What's that? That is a receipt for the sewing stuff that I brought. What's that foot down there? Is that the one? It is. So the last time I used my sewing machine was before a LARP event, a live action roleplay event, and I had made, that might actually work. I had made a bunch of costumes for people, and I hadn't finished them before I had to like go up to the night before. So I took my sewing machine with me, and it was like a last minute rush to finish some things. And I packed up all of my shit and clearly threw it fucking everywhere. And then when I packed it all up when I got home, because I stopped sewing, I moved all my computer stuff upstairs because I wanted a streaming space. I wanted to be able to play like games and stuff, and not be downstairs listening to the songs of the boiler's people, because I had a very noisy conversational boiler. It used to like to wail at us at 6 a.m, and I couldn't turn it off because, you know, my other half had to shower before work. And go away, cheap foot. I found the good foot. Oh, that's ow. Stabbed myself. This was always my favourite part of the joy of painting when Bob Ross went mental looking for a misplaced paintbrush. Listen. I said I'm streaming. I didn't promise quality. We are going to try the metal one, though. But yeah, no, the last time I made anything, I just packed everything away, shoved it in a bunch of boxes in that little area there, and was like, I'm done with it. And it's been sat there ever since. And I couldn't justify keeping it there without using it. So we're using it. So that's what's happening. We're using it. Okay. I'm pretty sure that's the right needle. I'm pretty sure. Am I? I'm 85% sure. Yes. I have the actual foot that I'm meant to be using officially for this machine. It's different machines, different brands, all of that nonsense. Let's just move that back down. I've clearly knocked things. When did I knock you? We're good. Now we're going to have a fight with the camera, aren't we? There we go. That'll do. Yeah, different machines, different brands. They do make their own, like, accessories. You can buy cheapo universal ones from places like China. And I have done that a lot in the past. But I have a brother sewing machine. This is its original foot. So hopefully, I'm not going to go straight onto that. Where's my test piece gone? I threw it away. Back out. Test piece. Why is that? It doesn't matter why that's in the bin. Does not matter. So let's see what we're... Come on, machine. Do us a favor and work. Oh. You don't look right. Have I not put the bobbin in properly? Is that why it wasn't working before? No, I did put the bobbin in properly. But I'm going to just to make sure. We're just going to double check. We're just going to check all of our bases. The only thing we haven't changed out is the needle at this point, and I don't know where they are. So the ones I do have available to me are not the ones we want to use. Aha. And I'm very annoyed at this machine because 2 days ago it was working just fine. Why are you doing this to me now? We were out in the night. Never work with sewing machines and children. That's the saying, right? It could also be because I'm just like, whoosh. Maybe if I took it slower? Oh, oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. It's working. It was my bobbin. I had a shit bobbin. Don't hit your finger. I've actually never sewn through... Touchwood. I've never sewn through my own hand. I have sewn my sleeve to things multiple times. I've also sewn sleeves onto like jackets backwards, like the wrong way. So that's always fun. I've also accidentally stabbed a friend. I made a jacket for him. Again, it was a costume piece, and I got him to try it on, so it actually fit him. Like we were doing a fitting, and I still had some like pins in it. I shouldn't laugh. But he actually caught the pin on him, which is horrible. It's not fun being stabbed with a tiny pin. But like he's scared of pins and needles and stuff like that. Like it was generally like a fear of his, and I brought his fear to life. And the problem is he was making such like a hilarious noise when he's in pain. I was laughing too hard to help him, so he ended up just like pulling it off and like ripped all down his arm, which is horrible. But also, what are friends for if you're not maiming them? I don't know why I'm laughing at that. It's really mean. Okay. I'm not a good friend. Okay, we're gonna do it that... Am I gonna take it in that small? No, we're gonna take it in... Not that small. I'm just going to take it in like an extra ½ inch. Man, I got so many trousers altered and got stabbed with so many pins last summer, only to suddenly regain all the weight in about a month. Tragic. That's not great. Okay. Dear sewing machine, pray to the sewing machine gods. Fuck. Let's... Oh? What am I doing here? I want you to just be like... There we go. We're going to do this again. Kind of got... Do a little back bibble, and we're just gonna take it nice and slow. Like we had a mini life crisis. It only took us 20 minutes to figure it out. I think that's a new record. I haven't sworn at the machine yet. That's also good. Occasionally I like to, you know, swear at the machine. I do have full-blown conversations with them. I have in the past like tried to negotiate with it. I have tried to negotiate with the machine. People that sew and do stuff like this will know exactly what I'm talking about. It is a common phenomenon. Phenomena? Am I Englishing right? It is very common to talk to your sewing machines. It's like when your car isn't working and you try to negotiate with your car. And although it needs a new battery, you beg it to not need one. Because purely by the power of sheer will, you can make these things work, right? That's how this works. Okay. We're sewing another circle on the circle we've already sewn. This time, it's... Oh, there's a couple of... No, we're doing alright. It's good. Turning into that guy that does chiropractic for dogs is good, yeah? I don't know if anyone knows what TikTok/YouTube shorts I'm talking about. Where the dogs get their backs and their necks cracked by this, like, animal chiropractor. And they look at him in shock. Or like they're about to eat his face and he goes, "That's good, duh. That's good." and it smiles at them as if the dog understands. And it's like, why? Why are you crunching these creatures? These poor little things don't know what's happening. And he's like, yes, it's good, duh. Like, leave them alone. It's not good. And they can't respond to you. And it's like, they're fine. Look at them. They're not attacking him. It's like, they're in fucking shock, my friends. What would you do? Just living your best life, licking your bits because that's what animals do. You know, dragging your butt across the carpet, and suddenly some big bloke just like rocks up and is like, oh yeah, let me just, hey, what a cute little, cracks its neck. What the fuck, friend? It's fucking animal chiropractic. It's terrible. And my favourite ones are the dogs that actually look like they're about to throw hands. Like, they generally look like they're about to, like, they gotta go. And he's like, that's good. No! Why? I watch too much short form content, clearly, on TikTok and YouTube Shorts. Sometimes Facebook Shorts. You know, I doom scroll. I love how you made your camera move again with only laughter. Oh no. The magic and power of laughter, guys. That'll do, donkey. I think my sewing machine as well is vibrating the table. So that probably is doing it too. Is it still holding up nicely? It is. Oh, the magic of doing it right. Oh, wait, I'm already around. Nice. Okay, let's not. We're just gonna back sew on that one. And we're gonna do that. I'm gonna pull that off, and now what I'm gonna do is move my sewing machine to one side for a second because I need the space again. So we're gonna flip that off. We're going to unplug it. There's going to be a lot of shuffling things around because I only have so much space up here. This used to be my sewing room. So the desk that my computer and stuff on used to be my sewing desk, and it used to be higher. So I got like one from IKEA where you can move the legs, and it used to be like body height, so I could actually do like bigger bits of fabric. That was when I was making things like clothes. Wait, who's rimmed? Excuse you? Excuse you? Who's rimming? Who's rimming? Ugh. Oh my god, this is so heavy. Oh. Noises. Noises from a sewing room. Okay. So we have a circle that we've sewn. What we can do now is we can pull out our green thread. Ugh, our tacking, holding it together thread. Ugh. And we can sew that up. And what I'm going to do is I am going to trim the edges because I don't need that much excess on the inside. Like, I just, no one needs that much excess on the inside. So we're just going to take the scissors. I thought I was going to cut my hair then, just like waving scissors around. We're going to, oh, why are you, are these my blunt ones? It might be. No, I'm pretty sure these are the sharpened ones. So, she says, they might be blunt. Where are my other ones? Let's try the other scissors. Maybe they'll cut it better. Do you ever see like those memes where people are like, did you use my sewing scissors? Oh yeah, these ones are better. Did you use my sewing scissors? It's like, did you use it on paper? These are for fabric. That is like, that's kind of true. However, if you're me, you'll use whatever scissors at hand, and I clearly used those ones for something. That, or maybe I've picked up the wrong ones and I haven't sharpened them. I do have like a scissor sharpener, but I'm almost certain it blunts them. Which one's what? I have two pairs of scissors exactly the same, by the way. I love these. I swear by these. If you're not already into sewing and tailoring and fabric stuff, and you want a pair of nice fabric scissors, I don't know what brand these are. I don't remember. I got them from a fabric shop called Abercarn's. It was in Bolton. But they're in like every fabric shop and I've like ever been to, including like Dunelm Mill, which is a place in the UK. And they have a rose gold handle and they all look the same and they're lovely. And you cut through, like they do cut through things like butter. And I have cut myself with these before and not realised, because when you first get them, they are so sharp. But we're going to keep our fingers out of the way. But the other ones are blunt because I've clearly used them for like Christmas wrapping. Or something else that blunts your scissors is the fabric that you use them on. So I used to do a lot of reenactment costumes, and the more thick wool that you cut through, the blunter your scissors do get. Like, you do need to sharpen them. I think like I said, I've got like a little scissor sharpener. I think it's shit, or I'm not using it right. And no, I don't think I did say anything about being rimmed. Did I? Did I? Am I done? I don't remember. So, I've trimmed this down to the circle size that I want. Sort of. That might be too small. Who knows? We'll find out. We will find out, right? Let me have a look. So when that finally goes... No, that'll be fine. That can go in the bin. So, we have our circle. We're gonna turn it inside out in a minute, but before we do that, we're gonna notch the edges. So when we turn it inside out, this fabric here is like, I don't know why I keep pulling up. This fabric here is gonna like fold in on itself, and to make it lie nicer, we're just gonna cut some like little triangles into it. So we're gonna notch it. I'm gonna do it this way. So you can do it like by snipping in like that, but I take forever to do it that way. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna fold it and cut one little diagonal line. And you do it like, you don't do it straight up to the thread. Let's move that there again. But you do it like close, because you want it to lie flat. It's another reason why we also have an iron to press things. And you don't have to do them too close together. I mean, maybe on a circle you do. Another way you can do it is you can just cut like little lines into it. I like the triangles. I think it makes things lie better. Like lie together better. So we're gonna do this. It's a little slow of a process. You get quicker. A lot of people can do these sorts of things in like minutes. I'm pretty sure my aunt is one of those people that can do things like super quick. My mum is another one, actually. If I ever want something made and I'm like, oh, I'm too lazy to make it myself, or it's going to take me forever, I'll be like, Mum, help me. Will you make me a thing? Especially when it's crochet. I can make granny squares and that's about it. My mum, on the other hand, like, she can make toys, and she made me like a snood, but like a giraffe one. I've got the hiccups, sorry. Yeah, like a little giraffe one. Because I'd seen one online, and it was a cat or a bunny. I think it was a cat. Everyone does cats. Has anyone noticed when it comes to products, like quirky, gimmicky products, headsets with like ears and stuff, all of these things that are especially targeted towards like women, they're always cats. Why is it always cats? What if I want to be a bear or a dinosaur? Why is it always cat ears? I don't want cat ears. I wanted a giraffe. I wanted a giraffe horns. And she did. Maybe next craft stream I'll have it up here. It's really cute. And she made me like little matching gloves. And she did that like really quick. But yeah, mini rant about cat ears because of the cat eyes. Minnie, hello, my lovely. No cat ears, only T-Rex scales. Man, I love like dinosaurs. I'd rather have dinosaur things. The other one I've started seeing is like dragon horns that some people put on their headsets now. I don't think I'm into fantasy enough to really want to wear dragon horns. But I'm also certain that they've been like 3D printed specially rather than, you know, cat ears. Bright pink cat ears. I don't want them. I want to be an alien. I want Shrek ears. Hello, because of Crazy Cat Lady, no one wants to be a crazy dino lady. That doesn't sound right. What do you mean? Crazy dino lady? Yes. Don't fuck with me. I've got velociraptors. I don't actually know what they're really annoying little tiny ones, like Patchy something or others. I haven't played Ark, Survival Evolved, in a long time, so I can't remember the names of the dinosaurs. Cough, cough, sorry. Ugh. We're just notching, taking our time to make sure we don't make any serious mistakes. I did that once whilst notching. I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing, and I cut a hole in. It was a commission project as well. It was like a really expensive one. I didn't have any other fabric left, and it was like the sleeve of a jacket, and I was notching it so that, you know, you've got your seams, your armholes even. Where's mine? I was going to show it like on my shirt, but like on your shirts and stuff, you have your armholes, and they're circular, so you kind of need to notch it. And I was notching away, and I cut a hole in the sleeve, like an actual like diamond shaped hole out of it, like a dumbass. And I've never made that mistake again because I panicked to buy more of that fabric. I also overbuy fabric now because I'm like, what if I make a mistake? I want to be a crazy skunk lady. I poop at anyone who annoys me. Skunks are kind of cute though. I think I only say that because of Bambi. Because you know how they've got Flower, the little skunk that turns up in Bambi, and he's like, you can call me Flower. Or whatever it is. No, that's you can call me Thumper is what I'm thinking of. But the skunk in it's called Flower. Or they call him Flower because he likes to sniff the flowers. Skunks are cute. But then again, I like the dog that played Dogpool. Like, I like cretinous creatures. I want a naked, like, bald cat. Whatever they're called, like the Sphinx cats that look like Dobby the house elf. I think they're great because when they're angry and pregnant or fat, they look like little angry testicles, and I clearly have issues. Also, I will point out, I would love a pet cat. I'm allergic to them though, not the sweaty cats. So I'm allergic to cats. So I could only really technically have the bald ones, even if raccoons become cartoonic villains. Oh wait, no, have you never seen? There's a TV show from early 90s, late 80s, I think, called The Raccoon. And it had like the villains in the Raccoons were like, I don't know what they were, but I'm sure he was called like Cyril, and he had this weird like nose. It was like, I don't know what creature they were. They weren't elephants, but he had like a weird saggy trunk nose. Google it. It was amazing. I used to love the Raccoons. It was a great TV show. So am I. So I just avoid cats completely. You're allowed to say you just avoid them. Yeah, that's fair. Ideally, I'd rather have a dog or a rat. I like rats. I think rats are great little creatures. I live in a flat, so a dog would be unfair. Could technically have a cat here. We do have the cat from it's like a stray cat that I wouldn't say I've adopted, but my other half's grandmother kind of has adopted it. But they live like just behind where I am, and I have this really nice little like, I'm not gonna say a balcony. Like, I've sat on it before, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna fall off and fall to my death. But by my windowsill there's like a big like meter by half a meter platform, and the cat does come up and like, it's come and watched me stream before and like comes and keeps me company, but it never really comes in. Like, occasionally it might, but it doesn't often. An anteater. Were they anteaters? Was that what they were, Minnie? No, I don't think they are. I'll Google it. We'll Google it again. Someone else should probably Google it, because if I keep Googling things, I'm gonna get distracted. But raccoons, yeah, I don't know if they were anteaters. They look like bears with long wobbly nose. Oh yeah, no. I don't think the creatures in this TV show were anteaters. Like, they were like pink and fleshy looking. They really did just look like testicles. Like, they really did look a bit like saggy testicles. But yeah, a bit like, they look like bald Gonzo from the Muppets. Have you seen the shorts where someone's just strapped a camera to their insanely violent cat and it just runs around Chinese blocks of flats fighting other cats? I haven't seen that. Oh my god, feral cats. I have not seen that. I will have to go and take a look though. Oh, we're nearly notched. I haven't taken any skin off or cut any holes where they shouldn't be yet, so we're doing good. Make it a mess, but you know it's gonna happen. And our last notch. The comments are all just, wow, you're a terrible person. Why? Because they strapped a camera to their cat? Like, it's not like they gaffer taped it. If the cat's gonna go out and be a feral little asshole, like, they didn't train their cat to do that. They didn't like pay the cat. It's not a paid actor. They're not like go bully other cats. It's just an asshole. Some creatures are. Okay, so we've notched it. We've now got what looks like a weird wonky flower, and we are going to. So something you can do is if you feel like you want to potentially burn your fingers, is you can now get an iron out and start ironing it all flat separately down. I'm not gonna do that. I don't fancy trying to burn my fingers today. But that would be what you'd do. You'd press it. You'd press it open. I'm gonna do it the other way around. I'm actually gonna turn it inside out and then just press it once it's the other way around. Kind of the same thing. So we've got our tiny hole. Ugh. Oh no, it might be too tiny. It's not. There we go. Turns it inside out. Yeah, but you have to consider that every single comment on Instagram has to turn into a giant fight with like 100+ replies. Do you know, I sometimes wade in on comment sections, and I very quickly regret my life choices when I do. Do you have some inspiration what to gift your parents this Christmas? I'm so lost this year, I don't know, and I believe my dad has a big surprise for me this year, which I will never be able to compete with, but I want to get him something special so hard. So my parents are really easy to buy for. When it comes to my dad, so I've been told I'm not allowed to get my dad chocolates or any like food items this year because he is pre-diabetes. So we've been banned from buying him nice things like edible things. However, he loves cars. So we just get him like a really nice car cleaning kit every year. Like every year, either on his birthday or Christmas. My mum, we're simple folk in my family. We like fluffy socks. We like hot water bottles. We like chocolates. If I ever like want to do something really special for them, experience days. Whether it's one that you've brought pre-done or one that you've kind of put together yourself, try I don't know if Groupon has experience days or if you have like a version of Groupon where you are mini, but you can quite often get like discounted stuff for those. I do know that so my sister brought my mum these tickets because I could not afford 3 tickets worth of £150 at the time. But like my mum loves musicals. She's one of the reasons I love musicals. And there was one she saw years and years and years ago, Starlight Express, which is by Andrew Lloyd Webber, and it's anthropomorphic trains, the musical. But that's like if you want to do something really special for me anyway, from my parents' point of view, you do something like that. Like it has meaning. She told me about Starlight Express, this musical on roller skates, and it comes through to England. So we've picked up tickets. That's like the really special kind of gift that we've done. But like, yeah. I got to shoot shotguns at things in the air for my birthday. Maybe that could work. Yeah, that's like an experience day, isn't it? Yeah, my mum is probably easier. My dad is hard. He never mentions everything. We don't see each other often. He's very introverted. He would say something like, I just wish you to be happy and healthy. That's my biggest wish. Dads are sweet like that. My dad's the same. My dad is very much the same. We've got a nice little circle there. Like, is there anything that he's spoken about that you remember from like when you were younger? So I know my dad loves cars. I know he just likes doing stuff. Like these are the people that, I mean, I don't know about your dad, but I know with my dad, whilst I don't see him that often because my parents live 300 miles away and I don't like driving that far anymore. Growing up, I didn't see much of him either, but that's because he was like the main worker. He was the main breadwinner in the family. So like the things I do remember spending with him, like he used to love going to the beach. He would take us out of school to go on a beach day if the weather was really nice. He shouldn't have done that, but he used to. We're just setting up the iron so I can press this. But yeah, like he used to do a lot of woodwork. Like he used to have a pine emporium and he has like a man cave. But honestly, I'm assuming you're going to see your parents for Christmas. If what is special for your dad is he just wants you to be healthy and happy, or turn up and just be happy and nice with him. He had birthday recently, and he likes a special kind of pretzels. It's a very old recipe, but I was able to find it when researching the whole internet. I baked them for him. See that? Yeah, that's a really lovely special thing to do. It's a really lovely special thing to do. Like, is there something similar to that you can do? Or is there like, oh, what have I broken? I broke something. We're good. We're good, guys. I didn't break anything, though there are scissors near wires, and I don't like that. Moving my little table next to us. Put my patterns away. If you can call them patterns. They're more like templates. Where is my... Oh, I'm attached. I'm attached. Attached! But yeah, like when it comes to buying, like for me anyway, I always know what to get my parents because I buy what I like, I buy what I want for me, and then I gift it to them. He likes to build things, does gardening a lot. He recently built a wooden little open house for barbecue, but I believe he already has everything for that. See, that's the problem with parents. Ugh, they buy everything already. Yeah, and we do it. We do it too. I'm sure. The older you get, and the more you have your own money, you just buy stuff when you need it. So. Like, it's always the thought that counts, I think, the older you get. I don't know if you could hear me talking then, just moving away from the microphone. Yeah, like, the older you get, the more the gifts become more about the thought that counts than I got you something you already need. Make him a gift hamper. Make him a World's Greatest Dad gift hamper of all the little things you know he likes. You know, like if he likes cheese and chutney, get cheese and chutney for it. Some socks. I don't know, buy sausages and buns, I guess. Sauce, barbecue skewers. Yeah. Get him like a, God, I don't want to, like, advertise Amazon. But I know there's, like, I've only ever seen them on Amazon, but I'm sure you can go to the actual companies. You can get, like, kits where it's, like, make your own cheese kits. Or make your own this kit. Which are quite fun. If I plug that in, is that... Oh, that's on. Here we go. Here's my very messy sewing area for the moment. There's my iron. It smells like burning. Home economics. Economics. Oh my god. Yes, I had that in the past. That's why it's becoming harder each year. Oh. Are you not like, you don't want to buy double of things? Oh, gosh. My very technical... Oh, what have I got underneath my foot right now? Loo roll? We have loo roll under our feet. Why? My very technical wooden knitting needle. I just want to push things to the edge. Maybe I should have pressed it first. Guys, this is why we don't cut corners. This is why we should never cut corners. Don't listen to Moogie when she says, just do it. But yeah. I think I kept saying something though about my parents being easy to buy for. Oh yeah, buy what I buy for myself. My mum loves TK Maxx, and I was in there the other day, and I was just like, just buy stuff from TK Maxx. But that's because that's where she gets our Christmas presents from as well. So knowing my luck, I'm gonna buy her exactly the same thing that she buys for me. Like, I don't know. Does he do anything like, if he does he do a lot of stuff outside? You can buy him like those really cute heated gloves. They're not like massively expensive. And they keep you warm and you charge them up when you come in again. Maybe see if you can find like a flower or like, I don't know what because you said he likes gardening. What kind of stuff does he like gardening? Is he like a vegetable gardener or is he I like pretty flowers kind of gardener? Like, because you could buy him like fancy seeds that he doesn't have. I don't want to repeat things and make it a little personal. I have a feeling if I'd repeat things, he'll think you don't put the effort into him. He likes to grow vegetables. Maybe see if you can find like seeds for, I don't know, like slightly more bougie vegetables, you know, rather than normal carrots, purple carrots. Just like a complete thing of that. Something that he doesn't often grow. Great idea. Yeah, bougie things. By the way, I don't think purple carrots are bougie because if you grow them yourself, they're not expensive and they actually, I think they taste better than carrots. Seeds for insanely hot lab engineered peppers. Yeah, that's another one. I mean, I said carrots because I don't know if he grows inside, outside, if he's, like, I don't know what the weather's like. I think you need warm weather for insanely hot lab engineered peppers, but I could be wrong. Yeah, there we go. We got there in the end. We got seeds. We got seeds. Okay. Let's do that. Oh gosh. Oh golly gosh. Shove that in there. Get in there, Fred. We're just gonna. Oh. It's like I've ironed and pressed things so many times in my life, and for some reason I'm worried I'm just gonna like instantly put this on my hand. Which means because I'm worried about it, thinking about it, which means I'm probably gonna end up being dumb and doing it. That's not what I want. I should have pressed it before I turned it inside out. What a dum-dum. Because now I gotta fight with it. Oh god. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna end up top stitching this. So it doesn't just end up being like a flabby whatchamadood it. Well, lucky the weather does get warmer every year thanks to climate change. Good old climate change. I don't believe that, by the way. Very, very anti climate change, if I can be. But that is because, so I, over 10 years ago now, I worked in Lapland in the Arctic Circle. And, like, because of things like climate change and global warming, we didn't get snow when we should have done. Like, in the middle of the Arctic Circle where it's like minus 40 degrees and it's meant to be, we had like sunshiny days and we didn't get snow for like most of the. I was there for like 5 months and maybe got actual proper heavy snowfall and snow that stayed for only 2 of those months. Like, crazy to me. We were walking around in just like jumpers and leggings and our snow boots rather than, you know, full on snow suits to keep warm. Because it just wasn't that cold. In the evenings it got a bit chilly, but like, it was more wet than anything. Certainly not magical, I'll tell you that. Soggy feet. It's not magical. It was fun though, being in another country. I've definitely spoken about working in that plan before. Oh god. I'm putting the. I don't. Sorry, guys. I really don't know where to put the iron so that you can see me pressing things. Press it is the moral of that story. Do I make a lot of stuff? Not anymore. So this is probably the first thing I'm properly making, other than my mock-ups for this, in about 2 years, maybe 3. 2 years, 2.5 years. I used to make costumes for a living. Like that was 7-8 years ago now. So I had a little company called Costume Goblins. I had cards and everything. I've still got some cards somewhere packed away, and a website. I don't have that website anymore. I'm not going to be calling any of these things like made, you know, Costume Goblins. This will be made by MoogieCookies. But yeah, so I used to make costumes. Mostly I actually specialized in men's costumes more than anything. Like I can make stuff for women. I can make dresses and stuff. Why are we not lying right? Because I didn't press it before I did this. But no, because most of the people I'd make stuff for were like, I started off doing it for friends, and a lot of my roleplay friends that wanted costumes were guys. So I made a lot of waistcoats and suit jackets, more like a tailor than anything. But I've made ball gowns. I made a gingerbread house this year. First time ever I did it completely on my own, including the dough and the shape construction. That's impressive because I can't even get a gingerbread house to work when I've got like the prepackaged ones, let alone sit there and like cut it out. Baking, I'm not gonna say baking's not my forte. I enjoy it, just not very good at it. And again, I'm not particularly good at sewing either, by the looks of things. Okay. Pressed. Go down. This is the only time it's okay to be pressed about something, and it's when you're trying to be pressed to make sewing work. Maybe I needed to put more notches in it? No. Why would that make sense? That wouldn't make sense at all. Imagine. Want to see pictures? Oh, please, I would love to see pictures. I don't know if I have got my Discord open. I want to be able to share it with people, and I haven't got my thingy set up for that. Do you know what? Post it in... Minnie, are you in my Discord, in the MoogieCookies community Discord? Because if it is, post it. Definitely post it in there, because then anyone can go see it. Too late. I see it. Go and post it in the Discord as well. Post that! Are you in my Discord? Please post it. That is stunning. That's like fairy tale levels of gingerbread housery. What the fuck, Minnie? What the actual fuck? You're not allowed to be that good. I'm waiting for you to post it. I'm keeping an eye on the main Discord. Share that shit. Okay. I can even see my hands because the iron's in the way and it's on. And I'm going to turn it off because I'm going to burn myself. Let's go back to sewing like a normal person. Oh, no. No, it's fine. We'll just move the iron out of the way. We're not going to burn ourselves. Might burn ourselves. Oh. That's good. That's there. Right. See? No tragedies. Let's move the sewing machine back up there. Let's move that to there again. Okay. So we have the bits that we're now going to top stitch. Like, it seems... I was gonna say, it seems like really arduous to put such a small thing together. It isn't. If you're making stuff like this for yourself, you do not have to do all of the, you don't have to do all of the little edging bits. I've knocked the camera again. Freaking, I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight with my camera. I'm gonna throw hands. I'm gonna gaffer tape it to the screen at this point. Yeah, you don't have to do all of the little bits, but like it makes it look nice, especially seeing as I'm gonna... I don't know. I said I should give it away to the first person that gifts like 10 subs, which to be fair, I'd happily do, but otherwise it's going to go onto an Etsy shop. I'll post the link for that in the Discord once I've set it up. And it won't be massively expensive. But it will be there because I have no need for a dice bag. I do not have enough dice to justify it. And all of the people that I know that I could gift it to for Christmas already have dice bags. Okay. Oh, am I plugged in? Am I plugged in? Am I on? We're on. Oh, we're on. And then we're going to put the foot down here. So there is actually a foot for top stitching. I don't have it. I squashed it. Squashed it with my chair. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take this really slow right near the edges. That can just fold in there. Breathe. Okay. Oh, we're good. We're fine. And then we're just going to keep going. Nice and slow. Nice and slow. Maybe a bit faster. Maybe if I slow that bit down. And we're just going to keep going. There we go. And we're just setting the base for making our little compartments. Tell me the iron is off now. Yeah, I had to unplug it. The iron's off. It's hot, but it's off. I realized as soon as I turned the iron on as well, I was like, oh my god, the room's getting really warm. It's been freezing up in... I'm in the loft. I don't know if you can see like the lofty ceilings. But yeah, I'm in the loft of where I live right now. And it's usually kind of chilly, but it's warm. It's warm right now. Thanks to the iron. So we're just going to do this nice and slow. Nice and neat. Ooh. You can get to see my concentration face. I don't think my tongue's stuck out yet. I don't tend to do the dog, you know, like a thing. But I do feel like funny faces and grimace whilst I'm doing things. Okay. Okay, the iron is off. Okay. Just making sure things are... I haven't knocked everything. Making sure it's there. I was like, what am I doing? Do you ever like, does your brain ever just take a screenshot and you go, what was I doing? I'm like, I'm in the middle of doing it. I feel like it's a normal thing to do. I'm sure that's a normal thing that brains do. I might be wrong. Maybe it's not. Ooh. I tell you, something I do, it's a really bad habit of mine when sewing, especially. If I'm just like trying to figure out how something's gonna go together, I gung-ho the shit out of it. I get like, I want things to happen fast. I'm really impatient and I'm like, I want speed. I want this to be done now. Because I'm like, I see in my head what I want this to look like and I need it to be in front of me in its full form and glory. And then I'm like, I'll just start, not cutting corners, but I'm like, I become careless. And something I have to do with slow, like when doing things like this, especially, it's like, take your fucking time. Slow down. Because, like, as boring as sometimes... I say boring. Some people love this. It can be really nice to just sit with your thoughts and sew. Unless you're me and you're impatient. But, like, the finished project is always really satisfying. Because you've made something. Like, you've made something yourself. And especially if you've added, like, a creative flair to it. Like, in my brain, I see what I think this is going to look like. I probably should have done, like, sketches. I used to do a lot of, like, design sketches, but... Guys, I didn't. You're gonna lurk for a bit. Awesome! Lurk away, my lovely. Thank you. Thank you for the lurk. Oh! Stabbing myself on needles, just off screen. But yeah, like when you make something, or when, like, anything, it's the same with, like, drawing, stories, like, writing. When you get that finished product, it's so satisfying. It's like, I made this. I'm gonna backstitch that a bit, and then we're just gonna hopefully, yes. I'm gonna leave a bit of a tail on these because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these threads and I'm going to tuck them into the inside of this because we've got the first part of our base because we've got like it's like a sack now, but it's gonna be flat. And the little top stitch, ooh, all that does is it just neatens up the edge for us and it holds it in place. Which is what we want. So, I don't really get that. It just doesn't really register that I've achieved anything. Does it not? It should. This guy, this freaking guy, Chad Baby Doll, does a lot of drawing type things. We turn that off. I say does it. Has taken up drawing. And he has sent me these amazing, like, drawings of Cecily, one of my roleplay characters, and, like, her outfits. And what he's put together is legitimately, like, a costume design board, file, plan. And you've got, like, the drawing, and you've got the references. Like, I'm surprised you haven't got fabric and cut it out and, like, stuck it, like, it will be this fabric and that fabric. Like, that's legitimately what you would do for, like, a film or a production. I have done these before. And they're so good. So the fact that you're like, I just do a thing, it doesn't feel like I've achieved anything. It's like, you've achieved so much. Like, that's impressive, my dude. He's gonna, like, slide into my DMs and be like, Moogie, stop being nice to me. Stop bigging me up. Oh, no. Is that cooled down? Ew. Okay, sewing machine goes on the floor momentarily just to get it out of the way. Because I am not putting that near the iron to melt. Let's move that out of the way. So we have this. Let's do the little neaten up bit. Let's grab a needle. and tuck our threads in so they're not on the outside. Because neatness is nice. If I move that around, I also have a drink. Let's drink that. Okay. Oh no, my eyes are going to be being an arse again, aren't they? Imagine not being able to see tiny holes. It could also just be the fact that the lighting is dog shit in this room. Oh, hang on, I've got a ring light, guys. Why am I this? Oh, do you bend, ring light? It does not. Does it shrink? Oh, it does. Oh no. Oh, there, no, it does bend. Is that better? Have I given myself more light for this? Question mark? Maybe? I mean, I look like a ghost, but it's fine. Because now I can kind of see my nails. Putting silly faces while we do this. Okay. So, I've said this so we're going to sew. We're going to just tuck. I don't know if you can see that. Can I get that down there a bit more? We're just going to tuck this into the... I'm calling it lining, for lack of a better word. It's the inside. It's like the inside of our kind of like pouch. This is one of the reasons why we sew 2 circles together. That, and also it means we can contain the edges, because if you just have the one, you need things like an overlocker or just better options than I have currently available to me. And we'll just push that in so it's out of the way, and then you can pull it out the other side, because then we can just snip it, and then it's going to live inside. No one has to ever see it. It's all contained. We're going to do that with all of the bits of loose thread. Ooh. I'm making ridiculous noises, and I realise I do this, like, I'm hyper aware of it because I'm clearly on a stream right now. But I do this when it's just me. Like, everything gets a weird sound effect, and it's usually the sound of pain for some reason. Oh no! No! What are you doing? Why are you doing this? Oh no, okay, it's a different thread. It's a different bit of thread, guys. It's okay, chill out. It's all good. Oh no. But it's knotty. Why are we knotty? Why are we tangling on each other? Thread? Let's do that. Let's not be tangled. You fuck off. You get out of the way. You don't belong here right now, thread. Deal with you in a bit. Okay. Oh, I got to thread it again. That's not gonna happen. That's too thread to shove through the tiny eye of a needle. No. Oh no. So you can get like needle threader thingies. It's like a little bit of wire, and you just like shove it through and pull it. It's like a waste of money, is what I think it is. It's a waste of money for me because I buy them and then I lose them. So we're just gonna do this old school. Oh, she threads it through. Oh, no, we don't want that. I want you to be inside, please. Oh, I'd find a way to make this quicker. Yes, I can. So you kind of want to just take it like about an inch in, because then you can pull it up a little bit and then hide it inside. I say about an inch. It's nice to have a little bit of like wiggle room, because if it does look like it's starting to loosen up and fray, if you've cut everything off really close, you can't. I'm doing a hand movement that neither one of the cameras can see. Like really close. I became Italian. If you're doing it really close to where your sewing stops, the minute you get like tension on it, this is doubly so for like clothing. The minute there's like tension and usage, there's nothing there to give it leeway for not unraveling, like coming undone. So I always try and leave like a little tail and just tuck it on the inside. Oh, that's going to be too low down if I do it there. Oh no. Why? Just going to make the end a little bit wet. Ow! Just stab my thumb. We're good. We're all good. Oh. Wow. To be fair, fun fact, it wasn't like a big stab. I think I stopped myself there. If you do stab yourself and you bleed on fabric, this could sound really gross. But like, say you're working with white material or light material like I am, and you've bled all over it. Because you do. Like, if you stab yourself bad enough, you don't realise. Spit will get it out. Your own spit. That sounds really gross. But, like, immediately, like, get a little bit of scrap fabric and spit on it. And then use that to, like, rub it off. I don't know why that works. It might even be an old wives' tale. When I was younger, my mum worked for a bespoke curtain company. And it was one of the ladies there that said it, because they were working with like really, when I say a bespoke curtain company, they were doing curtains for like freaking royal family level sort of mansions. So like when they're working with gorgeous white materials and then they're bleeding all over it, wasn't ideal. So yeah, lovely. But yeah, no, like a little bit of spit. Obviously, wash it afterwards. No one wants your manky spit on their product. But it does work. I don't know if that's like anyone's. I think it has something to do with your own. I don't know. If it works, there's got to be a science behind it. Maybe someone should test it. Maybe we should look into that. I suppose it's not as bad as people peeing on fabric to make. Oh boy, do I have an anecdote for you. Not just tweed, pretty much any kind of wool product to make wool itself. I went to a reenactment fair once. So I used to make costumes for reenactment. I never got into reenactment. Because I'm clearly too much of a whimsical creature and I preferred live action roleplay and not doing real things. Hey, bear hugs! But I went to a reenactment thing. I used to live near St. Albans, and 15 years ago, I think the Magna Carta was going through at the time. It was like one of the anniversary of something, or 100 years of the something, I don't know. And they had all the reenactors in, and I had some friends there because obviously I'd made outfits for them. I'd like done the historically accurate things. And I'm walking around the stalls, and I don't know if anyone's like, if you've never been to a reenactment thing in the UK, it's very historical. You learn a bit. You do learn a bit about like the things they're making. And there was one of them that were making making wool stuff, and spinning it. And this is one of the reasons why I was like, I'm never doing reenactment. This woman, she was only a young girl. This woman gives me this wool, and she's like, try it, like, put it on your face, feel it. It's really soft. This is really soft wool. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is nice. So she's like manhandling me. And then she starts talking me through the process. And whilst I'm holding this wool, it's on my face. She goes, yeah, and then we wee on it to make it soft. And I'm like, bitch, if you have pissed on this wool that is on my face, I hate humanity. But like, I was mortified. But it is true. Like, back in the day, I don't know about now. I'm sure they don't still pee on tweed. There's got to be a way of just getting like, because it's the ammonia. There's like ammonia in your wee, I think, and that's what they use. It's like a natural chemical question mark. I don't know the science behind it. I probably should. I'm sure they don't pee on it anymore because you can just get ammonia on its own. But yeah, they used to pee on that stuff. For why? For who thought? Like, who sat there one day and went, this is how I'm going to make wool. This is how I'm going to treat wool and make it perfection. I'm just going to drop trow and take a waz. Like, who? Please. Like, what deranged peasant person went, let's piss on fabric? Like, surely they could have found something else to do it. Animal wee. I mean, even that's gross, but like, I don't know, was it a money thing? Was it because they didn't want to use water from the lake? I'm sure people still do it for tradition or something. Well, they still do it for reenactment. Like, maybe I'm a germaphobe, Okay, maybe I just don't like the idea of man handling my own wee. But like, just like imagine, like, how are they? Because they're not doing it in the toilet bowl, so they're having to like pee into a pot. Is it like a washing up bowl of pee? And how do they have enough pee to make the bulk? Like, why are we talking about pee? Fucking Tweed. That's why we're talking about pee. Reenactors and Tweed. If you're a reenactor, I'm really sorry. I don't hate you all. I just don't like this one woman whose name I never got because she let me rub her pissy wool on my face. Why humanity? Well, she said it herself. It was a collective fabric pissing. Yeah, I suppose they all like. Well, because I don't know. I imagine wool makers were actually probably men at first. So, like, did they all just stand in a circle and like? Or is this like, or was it a female bonding thing to like just squat into the collective piss bucket? I'm sorry. Like, I'm making this up. You know, I'm sure like a quick Wikipedia search would tell us like the science, maybe not the science, but tell us like the tradition of it. Meanwhile, in my brain, I'm like, collective pissing. Nah, I think it was always wives at the farms. Maybe. Oh yeah, actually, do you know, it makes sense. Yeah, that probably makes sense. Although, to be fair, I still find it hilarious to think of like a bunch of blokes in a circle just like hosing it down. But yeah, there probably wasn't a collective piss bucket either. I'm just salty. Right, okay, so on that note, we have our circle. It's a little bit. It's fine. That'll be fine. If I'd pressed it before I turned it the right way out, it probably would have been slightly more circular. What we're going to do is, because I don't do measurements, I do by eye, we're going to just quarter it because we want to find the center. And then I've got my other templates. The middle of our little pouch is going to have a little 6-sided, because it's kind of like a dice, right? So this is what we're using. You can do a circle, you can do a square, but this is going to make up the middle. I was going to grab one of the bags that I'd already done to show you, but this is going to make up like the middle of it. And we're going to find the center of our little bit of paper. I'm going to pop that just there. And I have somewhere, hopefully with chalk still in it, a little chalk rolly pen. And we're just going to use this to mark. Chalk is amazing, especially white chalk, because it doesn't, you know, you can brush it off once you're done. So I just want that so I know where my initial guide is. So I can now line it up and draw whatever that shape's called. God, my brain falling out. So we can now line it up, make sure it's in the middle, and then we can do this. So that's gonna work there, and then we're gonna do that there, and then we're gonna do that there, and then we're also gonna do that on that side. Sorry, my hand's in the way. I realized I had the camera in the wrong place every time, depending on what I'm doing. Maybe next time I'll figure out a better setup. But there we go. We have our little in the center. I don't know if you can see that. You can just very lightly see it. A little guide. And now what we want is we want our next light blue circle. I've got 2 because my fabric was folded when I cut it out. I only need 1. And now we're going to do the same for this. So we're going to fold this into a quarter. Absolute brain stun for a second. So we've got our quarters to find our center. And I'm going to do the same again for that, just because this needs to go to the center of this. So we're just going to roughly, it's not the best kind of thing, but just so it's in the right sort of area as a guide. You can measure it if you're feeling, you know, super smart. I don't think I've seen chalk since school. And now they're in fancy chalk rollers. You can just get like Taylor's chalk, which is like usually just like a square. I have used like whiteboard chalk before. This is just something I picked up. There we go. It's I think you can refill it, and it's just chalk dust on the inside. But mine's running out because I've had this for years. Like I've got barely any left. I use it quite generously too. And I think they're only like a couple of quid from a haberdashery. I should probably pick up some chalk refill. Like, you must be able to buy it. Otherwise, I just grind it up maybe. Or I could find my little square tailor's chalks, because I've got one in blue, red, and white somewhere. I just... Keywords. Somewhere. Where is my... Oh no, it's on that side. It's just hiding it. There it is. Okay, so... We're now starting to make... Grinding up's probably cheaper, to be honest. Yeah, probably. We are starting to make the middle of our... Is that middle-ish? That feels middle-ish. We'll eyeball it a little bit. I might actually measure slightly just to make sure we've got... Thinking about this, I'm looking for a thing to measure with. Do I have a thing? I do. It's on the tailor. On the dummy. Here we go. Wiggling around. So, wrong way. I just want to make sure it's roughly the same distance from the edge all the way around, because this is where things might go horribly wrong. So we've got like, it's like 4-ish inches. That feels questionable. Let's pull you down a bit. What about you? You're 4-ish inches. Are you 4-ish inches? Yeah, you're 4-ish inches too. How much? So how? Hang on. Yeah, that'll do. That's like central. If you ask me, that looks central. Maybe not from the angle that the camera's out there. Is that? Yeah. See? Ooh. Which? Hang on. What way am I trying to go? There you go. That's like central-ish. No. Maybe not. My eyes are being weird. Let's stand up and look. No, so from the top it looks central-ish. We're good, guys. I'm gaslighting myself again. So, I'm just going to pin this one in place. What will that be in the end? Will it be a snowman? So many circles. It's going to be a dice bag, Minnie. It's going to be a dice bag with little... You know, I will show you one of the proof of concepts. This isn't finished, by the way. I used the wrong fabric for the wrong things, but it was all scrap fabric. So it's going to end up being like... Let's do this here. Like a little dice bag to hold all your dice in. Because we know that D&D nerds have millions of dice. And now if I open this up... Inside it, I didn't finish this off, by the way. This is a terrible proof of concept. But inside it is all your little pouches where you can put your dice. Do I have some dice somewhere? I might have some. Do you know what? You can put anything in them. You can be a sewing bag. This can be a whatever bag you want it to be. So we'll put some bits in there. And we've got some hand sanitizer in there. And it's just got like little pockets. And in the center, because I'm doing this like a little dice bag, I am putting just a little leather patch in there. And that's just going to sit in the middle and just give you something slightly more firm to roll in with. These can be like an anything bag, really. It would be lovely for makeup. Well, this one is going on Etsy. I'm probably going to make a few of these. Just, I've got so much fabric that I need to get through. So I'm going to be making like things like little bags, pouches. I might make a waistcoat. I might make some ties. Just to be like getting through the stuff I've got. Because I can't justify keeping it in the house any longer if I'm not doing stuff with it. Like, I could actually make a proper makeup bag. I could, if I haven't already got some waterproof fabric somewhere, because you kind of want waterproof, don't you? Would I make you a seer version? I would happily make you a seer version, Minnie. I would happily make you a seer version. To be fair, this might end up being a bit of a seer version. The plan is to do this in dark blue, like a dark blue outer with stars and stuff. But I could make you like a proper if you want. See what pretty fabrics I've got. So, she needs to think. Thinking's hard. Pins. That was what I was going to do with this one. We're going to pin this one. And we're just going to pin this in place. The nice thing is we don't need to worry too much about getting this spot on at the edges. Oh, throwing scissors everywhere. We do want this to stay in place whilst we sew our kind of guides on there. Oh, no, I'm going to stab myself again. You should never pin towards yourself, just like you should never cut towards yourself. Don't do as I do, do as I say. Actually, don't do as I say either. I say the wrong stuff. But yeah, no, we can make you a seer version mini. I'll do it on stream, so like you can watch the process of it being made. You can see me get frustrated and swear at the machine when it's not working. Oh, that's a bent pin. I used to have hundreds of pins. I lost them, and everyone in my life finds them with their feet when they come to visit. You'll show me some ideas for fabric. Amazing. Okay. Just wanna. I feel like surely that's. No. I've gaslit myself again. Oh, I feel like that is too far over now. What we got? We got. Yeah, no, I have. I need to pin this again. You want this to be as central as possible, because if it's not as central as possible, it's all gonna go to shit. Let's put that there. Boom. Oh, fun, and like, I love these. So pin cushions, everyone has them. Mine has a little bit of elastic on it. There we go. And it just sits on my wrist. So when you're doing like big stuff and you're like working on people, it's better than sticking them in your mouth. Because a lot of the time you'll see people like talking around with pins in their mouth, trying to like at fittings. I don't know if you've ever been to a fitting. I hate that. It's dangerous. I do know people that have been talking and then like accidentally inhaled whilst they've had the pins in their mouth, and they've like had to go to hospital to have like pins removed from their throat. Like that's actually a thing that happens. So I hate putting them in my mouth if I can help, like just not do that. It's probably why I lose a lot of pins, because I do just put them on the side if I don't have a pin cushion for it. Let's use our original guide, because clearly it was right. And I was clearly not trusting my own judgment for a minute. I should do is put my headphones back in. I'm sure there's music playing. I just don't know what music it is. Now that you've said that, I can actually feel it. Sorry. Yeah, no, it's crazy the things that have happened. Like I've heard. I've been, touch wood, pretty fortunate not to have too many sewing related accidents. Like I've definitely snipped my my fingers, like I've caught them with scissors before. Why are we stop knocking things. But like most of my accidents come from when I start playing with stuff like glue. So other than just stabbing myself occasionally, I've been okay for sewing incidents. Touch wood. But I have, yeah. Usually my problems come when I've got glue. Super glue is my enemy. I once managed to super glue my eye shut and had to go to hospital to have like the glue dissolved. Lost my eyelashes. That'll happen to me. I'll die that way 100%. Because you put pins in your mouth every day. Because this is a common occurrence in your life. And oh no, yeah. I was, do you know what? To be fair, I was like 17. And I was going to my first ever LARP event. It was when I first sort of started getting into live action roleplay. Which ultimately I've fallen out of. Now that I'm older, now that COVID's happened, I've kind of fallen out of it. But oh no! Oh no, it's just because my hand's been on it. So let me just. I was like, oh no, I've done it the wrong way. I haven't. I've just lost my chalk outline because I've been running my hands over it. It's just not as prominent as I need it to be as a guide. So let's find that again. We're good. But I was making a mask. I was going as like some weird bird creature. It's, you know, essentially like when you start getting into cosplay and you make stupid costumes. And I was gluing the feathers to the eye, but I was using super glue. And clearly it hadn't instantly dried. And I tried the mask on to see if it, looked good, I guess. And it clearly caught on my eyelash. So I take it off, rub my eye, or I do something stupid, and I stick my eye together. And at that point, like, it just becomes a comedy of errors. I managed to like glue my hand to my arm or something, and it was like 3 a.m. Mind, I'd sat up all night to do it. I'm 17, so I still live at home with my parents, and I come running into their bedroom like middle of like early hours of the morning, and I'm like, oh, I can't see anything. I've glued myself together, and they had to take me to hospital. I'm a dumbass. I used to chew on drawing pins as a kid, for fuck's sake. No, you did not used to chew on drawing pens, did you? Why would you do that? Why? Baby doll, why? Why would I also lose my guide this way? This is so bad. Oh no, we're fine. We're fine. I've still got my guide. This would be where a dark blue chalk would have come more in handy than the white, but it's fine. I can see this. I don't know if you can, but I can. Perfect. Enough. Okay, let's get the sewing machine back up. Thank God for baby teeth, because I probably had holes in them from it. No! Yeah, I didn't, like, I didn't put dangerous things in my mouth as a kid. I was fairly good for that. I don't know if it's just because someone was watching me at all times, but like, actually, no, that's a lie. I was a kid. I learned, like, I think I was like 13, and I went to Thorpe Park one year, and they had some magicians doing one of their like shows, and it was Barry and I can't remember the name of his partner, but they're like comedy magicians, and they did this thing where they would like swallow razor blades and stuff, and then they'd be like, I've swallowed it, but then they could bring it back up, and it wasn't just like, it was like loads of things. It was horror magic. And then I learned, probably through Google, that what they'd done is they weren't fully swallowing it, and then they were regurgitating it. So they were keeping it in the throat and regurgitating it. And for some reason, I got it in my head that I could be a magician that swallows things and spits it back up. And I learned, like, I practiced regurgitating stuff, but for some reason the thing I practiced with was like paper clips, and it might have been because they used paper clips first before they did the razors. Like, I don't remember the thought process, because clearly I've removed that from my memory, but I did go into school and I was like, hey, look what I can do, magic trick, make me swallow this thing. It's gone, look, it's not in my mouth, look, like showing everyone my mouth and all my fillings at the time, I guess. And then I would bring it, like, regurgitate it, until one day it didn't happen, and I'd swallowed this fucking paperclip. That was not fun. Dumb things we do, because I was impressionable. So I was about to say, I didn't put stupid things in my mouth as a kid. I did, but I wasn't really like a small child. I wasn't a small child with baby teeth who you could forgive for being dumb. I was like preteen, adult. No, not adult, but preteen, should have known better. You definitely swallowed a drawing pin. Man, I think we've all done dumb things, haven't we? We're learning a lot about me today, guys. And Chad Babydoll and each other and all of the dumb stuff we've done. There it is. Where is my power cable? There it is. What a thing to hear when first clicking on it, eh? Sticking stuff in our mouths. Dwolin! Hello! Got Inazu and Dwolin. Hello! We're making a dice bag / makeup bag / jewelry bag / bag. Fancy little whimsical bags. Okay. Let's get this back. Let's get that on. I've been horrible in putting stuff in my mouth. I almost died doing that. Jeez. Oh dear. Like, one thing I never did is I never got anything stuck up my nose. I know a lot of kids used to get stuff stuck up their nose. I remember a child I used to babysit got like 3 animal crackers cookie things stuck up her nose. That wasn't bright. To be fair, I probably shouldn't have been the one looking after her because I was laughing. I found it hilarious that this child was dumb enough to get one stuck up one nostril. And whilst I was like going to get something to try and pull it out, she stuck another one up the other nostril. And it was like, if you didn't like it up the one, why would you up the second? I hated blowing my nose as a kid, still do. I have no choice because I'm so riddled with allergies. I'm always having to blow my nose. Right, so what we're going to do is I drew like a little shape. We're just going to sew around that, and we're going to use that to attach our first circle to our second circle. We may end up like, so at 1:30-ish, so in about an hour, I do need to end the stream because I have to go and pick up my other half from work. I might come back and finish this off then because we could finish this in a day, or I might do this like maybe tomorrow. We might pick up and finish it then. So this might be a 2-day stream thing. Just depending on, you know, we're nattering. It's taking some time. This time, I'm not going to backstitch. I am going to do where, like, thread it through, tie a knot the other side. Just because it's already going to be inside another set of line, like, innards. And it looks neater. So, here we go. We're going to just make a nice little line there, follow that around to our corner. There we go. And we're going to lift it with the needle still in the fabric so we can just turn it on a pivot. Pivot! And then we're going to follow it along again to our next point. This is why guidelines and chalk are amazing. There we go. I stole these marbles from my... I'm going to assume that you meant dad, and auto correct decided to put dead because, I mean, you do play the Seer of Van Horn. Maybe you did steal it from your dad. You stole these marbles from your dad when I was little as they fascinated me. There was a big one and whatever. My mum put me to nap in the afternoon, and I was putting them in my mouth, spitting them out, trying to catch them with my mouth again. I swallowed the big one, and it got stuck. What saved my life was my mum, as she knew I always sang. Oh, as she always sang to you in your sleep. But I didn't, and she wondered how fast. Oh, you used to sing to yourself. Got ya. Oh God. Yeah. Oh no. Oh, it's a good thing your mum was just like, she's quiet. Do you know what? If you've got small children and they're quiet, they're probably dying, or they're doing something they shouldn't. But learning stitching with Moogie, yeah, we're doing. I would say it's like a sew along. I am explaining as I go, as much as I can remember. But we're also nattering, so it's not like a tutorial. It's like a casual learn if you're interested. So we're just gonna do this. Should have done that. There we go. But Jesus, I don't know why we do silly things as children, don't we? We just, again, like I said, I never really did anything dumb as a small child when you would expect it. A lot of my dumb stuff happened between the ages of like 12 and 20. 30 now. Between 12 and 34 was when I got dumb. But I say that, like, as a 5-year-old, we had a pond in our back garden, and my mum, like, we went and collected frogs and frog spawn, and I thought I was going to have loads of frogs one year, and I thought they needed a bath, so I actually massacred a bunch of frog spawn by putting washing up liquid in the pond. So I did dumb stuff as a child. It's just the dumber stuff was the older I got. Sorry, I don't know why it becomes a habit that I write dead instead of dad. It's fine. I've done more dumb stuff as an adult. I think we do. I think as adults we do more dumb stuff, right? Like, nearly maim ourselves or leave razors in the bathtub without realizing and then accidentally shave half of our hair off. Hey, Bonhart, how are we? Hello. We're sewing and we're nattering. It's all nice. It's a nice little lunchtime knitter-natter. No knitting's actually happening, just nattering. I could do a knitting one, but I feel like that would be a waste because I am shit. Maybe I could learn it. Fucking Bonhart. With more consciousness comes more dumb. I think that might be the case. I genuinely think that might be the case. Ooh, there we go. And then we'll do one last line. Yes, look at that. This will all come together and make sense with the finished product, I swear. Okay, we want to leave a bit of a tail on that. That's fine. Oop. Had the stream on for an hour whilst having brekkie. Ah, it's perfect timing, isn't it? For a bit of breakfast. I kind of wish it was lighter outside so I had like more natural light coming in through the window, but you know, that's why we were like, let's do daytime ones. But clearly the weather is miserable and it hates me in England. So we have sewn our, I don't know, can we, if I turn that off, maybe we can see it. Let's turn that off so you can get a bit of lighting. So we have sewn, this is terrible. We've sewn like a, what's it called? Is it a hexagon? What's the sixth one called? It is a hexagon. We've sewn a hexagon into the middle. And now what we're going to use is the points, and we're going to sew a line out to the edge of the first circle, the circle we've been working on. You can draw this, or you can hype the fuck out of it if you are gonna risk it. We're gonna risk it. We're gonna risk it. It worked well for me yesterday. Watch it not work well for me today. But it's fine, because that's why we have things called seam rippers. So we're gonna get that in the center there. We're just gonna sew out from our sew out from our line. Risk it for that biscuit. I would. It's raining here as well. I feel you. It's just rain everywhere. We had weather warnings in England, actually. Like, not in part of England I'm in, but in the southeast, the west side of England and slightly north, they had like really bad weather warnings a couple of days ago, I think. Bonhart, just a dog, a cockapoo, aka your dogs. You have a cockapoo? A little cockapoo? I didn't take you for an animal person. I don't know why that's a lie, of course. Like, how do you know if someone's an animal person? He sounds gorgeous. Cockapoos are great dogs. And aren't they like pretty feral sometimes? That's got to be a really energetic dog. A curly, energetic maniac, right? Am I right or am I wrong? I could be wrong. Man, who came up with that name? A cockapoo. Yeah, but it's like labradoodles. That's the other poodle cross dog, isn't it? A labradoodle. So we're gonna sew our little line. That's our first one. And all of these we are doing, we're not back stitching on. We are leaving tails on our thread because we're gonna, well. Oh, there's my needle from earlier. That can go into that. Let's move before I do that again, let's move my cup out of the way. Let's move my cup out of the way. Sounds like Percy. Did I sound like Percy just then? I might have done. See, Dwolin knows Andy as the Andy accent as Percy because I reused the accent for Percy Bennett. Fantastic. She's a GTA character and I love her. She is a gremlin. But I haven't played her in a while. No, you said something about the high energy and such a many. Oh, describing the dog. I thought I did the accent. Sometimes I do slip into the northern accent still. Oh yeah, are you trying to say that Percy was a cockapoo? You're on the spot. He's 10 now, so calm down a wee bit. Lovely fella though, yeah. Oh, you sounds like Percy with that actual description. Yeah, like, dogs are lovely though, but spaniels and poodles are known for being breeds. And I say that in a good way. My parents have a spaniel, cross, mongrel thing. We don't know what what all of the breeds are, but he was like a French rescue dog, so we didn't exactly have any history for him. Lovely little thing called Pilou. I went with my dad to collect him from France, nearly didn't give him over. Now lives with my sister, so I know I said it was like my parents' dog, but my sister now has him. Her and her partner. And yeah, He is an absolute freaking gremlin of a dog, but like loving gremlin. Is that? Hang on, I'm trying to just make sure I've got that in the right place. The last thing we want is our lines not to add up. No one likes wonky lines. And we're just going to do that. Nice straight line. My cousin got a boxer. Her name is Nova, who is 4 months old currently, but my grandmother more or less took the dog temporarily because my cousin apparently has been being rough on her, so we're trying to find a new home for her. Send her to the UK, I'll take her. Oh no. Come on, thread. Don't be fucking around with us like that. We don't need double thread coming from our bobbin. The bobbin is betraying me! Is it because I'm running out of thread down there? What is happening? Sometimes this happens. Oh, there we go. Something clearly got caught. That's fine. We're allowed things to get caught. Nothing else has gone wrong, so we'll just brute force it out. Yeah. So it's machinery still. Sometimes what will happen is part of the top thread will catch, and like if there's maybe not enough thread on the bobbin, like I said, if you're using the wrong bobbin, if you've fucked the tension in the underbit, because there's tension here that you can control at the top with the dibbly dobbly and the dial, and then you've got tension, like bobbin tension. Usually to tighten all that up and play around with that, you just like you have to take it apart. There's like a bit that you can screw. I don't feel confident enough to do that, so I won't. So I won't do that. Sweet little dog. She's still a baby, and my cousin just has no patience. She more or less dumped 3+ animals on my grandmother over the years, so sadly this is nothing new. So yeah, well, I don't feel confident doing that, so we won't break my lovely sewing machine any more than I probably already have. Yeah, it's a shame sometimes. Like sometimes people, we love the idea of being an animal owner, but it'd be like me. Like it's not that I don't have the time for a dog, but I don't have the space for one. And I tell you what, I'd probably lose my temper with it. Not like in a horrible way, but I don't know. Sometimes I just don't want to go out for a dog walk in the rain. Like you need to walk these poor little things like every day. Sometimes 3 times a day. Like I grew up with dogs. You'd be out 3 times a day with these things. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I want to be a lazy computer gremlin that doesn't touch grass. Oh, there we go. Let's get that going. Also, I don't like picking up poop. So I won't get a dog. As much as I would love one, I won't get one. Why is this becoming the problem? Why are we fighting each other, machine? Why? Ugh. Falling out with the machine. It's fine. We're just gonna boop. I'd love to have a dog, but don't have time or space or resource. Yeah, like animals are lovely, amazing companions, and they can absolutely save your life sometimes. Like I know people who have dogs, and it's like the one thing they live for. Same as with cats, any pets really. But also sometimes we just don't have the time or resources. Like they're expensive. Like if you want to look after them well, they can be really expensive. Like I respect anyone that owns a pet and, you know, loves and looks after it. The machine is upsetting me. It's fine. It could just be because I'm sewing it through more and more fabric, maybe? ? There's always a reason. Do I know the reason? No. Could I explain the reason? Yeah. My fur baby is your... Yeah. Oh, Anthea has a gorgeous dog. I'm just, like, doxing your animals now. Anthea has this gorgeous puppy, and... Right, so we play, like, me and Anthea play How Divers together, and, like, we play games together, okay, guys, outside of role-play and stream, because we're friends. And, every so often she'll be like, guys, I gotta go, the dog's ringing the bell. And she's trained her gorgeous little puppy to ring a bell by the door to go outside when it needs a wee. I love it. I just squeaked far too high. I just realised, are you streaming in ultra-wide resolution? Yeah, why? People hate it. People seem to really hate it. But yeah, I have an ultra-wide monitor, so I've just had that set as my foundation. Because like I liked it. I thought it was cinematic for roleplay streams, and I haven't changed it for this. To be fair, for what I'm doing right now, I could have changed it. I could have changed it to the normal resolution, but I didn't. Why? Because I didn't think. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry for not thinking about that. Does it look? Oh no! What did you do, machine? I saw a thread that I didn't want to see. No, we're good. Oh. Just tell me that is. Oh. Suspect. It's a sussy line. I think it'll be fine. Stop it. I only noticed because when I minimized the stream on my phone and had to preview the box for the preview was much wider. That might explain why I'm not able to cast the stream to my TV. Oh, you can't cast it to the TV. Sorry. I'm sorry. Maybe I'll change the resolution. I'll play around with it and we'll get the resolution changed. Bobbin! Why? Machine! Why? We're fighting the machine. I've ranted and raved about the damn ultra setting for so long. I know you have. I know you have, but you were the only one that ever complained about it, and now there's more of you. Maybe because my TV is 1080p, so the resolution is far too off. So, maybe? I don't know how this all works. I'm sorry. Also, when I use voice to text, the stream will freeze, so I just got an incredible still shot of her face. I'm gonna send you right now. Don't do it. Don't do it. Why are we being problematic? Why are we being problematic, machine? It's fine. It's on the inside. We're good. It's fine. Guys, it'll be alright. It'll be alright on the night. She tells herself. Oh yeah, no, we're still good. We're still good. I thought I had some sussy lines. I don't. They're good lines. The lines are fine. Okay. Straight line. Oh, that's not all right on the night though. What happened there? There's no thread. How did I break that? Let's rethread the machine. Maybe that'll fix my issues. Maybe, she says. She says delusionally. Maybe if I negotiate with it and sacrifice my firstborn, it'll work for me. There we go. Get up there. Magic. Oh, no. Magic. Needle. Oh! Why are we not? Oh! What am I broken? Are you just not high enough up for the bobbin threader to work? Oh, okay. It's fine. I thought I'd broken something. Just send it. I'm scared. Why would I don't want to look at this. Oh, that's not too bad. That's just like the angry cat face. That's fine. I'll post that later on. Do you know what? That can be when I make a thumbnail for YouTube for this. I'll put that on there in the corner. Beautiful. 10 out of 10, guys. It's the best. I'm just so pretty. I'm just stunning in that picture. God. Okay. Fix that. You go there. You illustrate. Oh. It's like make you. Oh, eyeballs. Finally, she gets it. I don't know what I get. Machine? I never get machine. Listen, like all things in my life, I pretend I know what I'm doing. Oh god, I gotta remember how to highlight and upload things again. Yes, you do, Chad Baby Doll. How? Why did I do that? Saying you're so pretty. Aww. Aww. Get out of here. Okay. Okay. Come on, straight line. This is all we need. Straight lines. We're getting there. It's going to get even more interesting because I do want to try and put some embroidery on the outer of this. Also, so much weenus cam. Weenus? Weenus? Have I knocked the camera again? Yeah, I have. Enjoy my weenus. What a bloody thing. Elbow. You're a weenus. Who named it a weenus, right? When we were letting people name parts of the body, who went, this here is gonna be a weenus? Like, who decided that? Much like who decided to piss on wall. Who decided weenus was a comedian? A fucking comedian. Fucking weenus. Oh, what? That's also sussy as fuck. Nope, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Just like judgment of my own craft. Okay. Oh. Come on. Right. That was the final line. We got the lines done. It's a process, guys. It's a process. Okay. Oh, wow. So, you've betrayed me. Maybe I need to change the tension. I don't know. You've betrayed me, sewing machine. But it's fine because we've got our lines. So now we're going to neaten it up, make sure it's all on the right side. This can go away for a second because the next bit will definitely be done by hand. I was going to make a chicken corn chowder today, but I forgot to buy literally corn at the grocery store last night. Obviously, corn is out of season now, and by the time I get to the frozen section, I forgot. But I brought these Applewood Sage vegan sausages. I may put in there instead of chicken, but I did buy some chicken alternatives to potentially do in there as well. Going to add some coconut milk instead of cream and some other things. Should be good. I love coconut milk. Like, I generally coconut milk, coconut cream in soups. Come on! Come on! Why is my... There we go. My power cable. I'm not going to unplug it from the actual main thing anymore because I keep having to plug it back in. Surely that's going to get me, I don't know, electrocuted. Is my iron cool now? It is, which means I don't have to put the sewing machine back on the floor. Let's... Oh, God. Oh, good. Oh, goodness. Let's do this. Put this up there. Go there. You go there. Let's put you... Oh, gosh. There. Out the way. It's just... There you go. I threw something. Something broke, clearly. Probably my joy in life. No. We want a needle again. So let's get this done. It's so good. I think what I might have actually gotten was coconut cream because shockingly, they were out of coconut milk. But this actually may be perfect for a thicker consistency. 100%. It's creamier too. She says that like it's creamier, it's good, it's better. Why am I trying to do it that way? Because they all have threads that I can pull through on the other side. I don't need to thread it. Just need to pull it. Question mark? Come on. I need to tie you off. Oh, I left that thread a bit small. That's gonna be a twiddly twoo. Maybe I do need the just to tie the knot. Shockingly. Nah, shocking weave. Let's shocking weave some things. Then we'll just double knot that. Double knot it. Make it nice. Oh. So what we're doing right now is we are just tying off on this part here will be on the inside. Like no one will see it. It'll be in between fabric. And we're just tying this off so it looks nice on the other side. Because what we've just done, though it doesn't look like much now, it looks like we just sewn a circle to a circle and some shapes in the circle. When it all starts coming together and we like bunch it, hang on, hands. There we go. Bunch it like up, it will make pouches. Make pockets. Sewing is weird. Shapes are weird. You're like, this surely won't work. Like, have you ever tried to hem a neck hole? Possibly. Someone might have done. It doesn't make sense. You have like a weird rectangle with like a slit in it, and then you sew it to something else, and then suddenly you've got like a circle? The fuck? The fuck? Shocking weave sounds like a D&D or Pokemon move. Shocking weave. Apt, seeing as we're making a dice bag, which is commonly used for things like D&D. I don't know why I said it like that. Oh, oh, no, that's not what I want to do. Not what I want to do. That's what I want to do. Thank you. Now, I should probably say, while I drafted a pattern for this myself and didn't measure it and just eyeballed things to make that pattern, this isn't like my own specific design. Like, not completely. Like, there are hundreds of people out there, by the way, that make dice bags with these sort of shapes, and I'm pretty sure there's probably a provider from insert poor third world country here that makes them in a factory. This is just like a handmade one with like little extra bits, maybe. Yeah, but it's quite a common pattern. You can probably get PDFs for it somewhere as well. It's just, again, why would I make life easy for myself and print out a PDF and then, you know, sellotape it together when I could spend a week wasting fabric to figure out what I'm doing? Okay, tied that one off. I should have probably kept track of the ones I've tied. It's easy to keep track of the ones I tied off. The ones that have 2 on this side. Let's get rid of some of these though. It's just unnecessarily long. We don't like leave a tail. You don't need to leave that much of a tail. We don't need to see weird lineage. Wah! I feel like a ninja with my scissors. Did I do you? You've already been done as well. Did I do you? Yes, I did. Thank you, Stream Elements. I'm not role-playing with anyone right now. I'm really sorry. Stream Elements, you are outdated. All of the things I forgot I'd had set up. Oh, what it... Did I already tie you off? Maybe? We're gonna just tie you off in case. Just in case. Just in case. SO Sewing Machine. Ah, oh, thanks, Sewing Machine. Imagine if someone actually had... Oh, if I got... I have questions. Myself. Let's not do that. That's wrong. Let's let's try and pull some of these out this way. That should be like a load of threads, right? Question mark? Yeah. Sometimes I speak out loud to myself and think everyone knows what I'm talking about, but actually, just insane. I should get myself into sewing too. I still have the sewing machine here, which I brought long ago, but never used. Oh, what? Sewing's great. Like, I enjoy it, obviously. Yeah, if you've got it, it's such a, like, I don't want to say it's an easy hobby to get into, because if you want all the bells and whistles, yeah, it gets a little bit pricey. However, like, I was in my local haberdashery the other day picking up some bits for this, so I was like, I know what I want to do for a design. And then I realised I didn't have the colour ribbon I wanted, so I went to the haberdashery, and then I got really excited and brought loads of other little bits. It only cost me £10 for, like, some thread and some ribbon, like 2 meters of 2 ribbons and some, I don't know, other thread things. It's so cheap. Like, if you do stuff with, like, upcycled fabric as well, the draft one I'd made, the outside fabric you can see is just a bed sheet. It's just a bed sheet from a charity shop. Why is that? What is happening? Yeah, so, oh no, no, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm just, like, casually undoing my sewing, trying to get this one little double. Let's not. Let's think. Let's fix that problem, shall we? It's fine. There we go. Out of context, all of the sounds like roleplay. Did I tie you off? I'm going to tie you off just to be safe. Did I tie you up? Yeah. Yeah. Interchangeable. Same noises, you know, you go over a cliff. Oh my god! Why am I like this? You know, I make those same noises when I roleplay. Maybe? Probably. Okay. What are we looking at? What are we looking at, thread? Let's not do what we just did. Was undo half of our stitching. Fortunately, it doesn't matter too much that we just did that because... Oh no! What are you attached to? Because we are going to sew some soft fake leather in. I can work with actual leather. I choose not to because it's a ball ache and also it's expensive. And pleather is fine. Can't wait to see you slice your finger off and blame pixel wildlife. Man, I will. I will blame anyone but myself when I lose a digit. Went over the cliff. It was my horse's fault. No, it wasn't. It was my fault. It was my fault. My fault. I'm just dumb and can't play games. Oh, I tied you off. Yes. Well done. Well done, me. Congratulations, me, for not being completely... terribly shit. There we go. And they're already on that side. I don't mind the ultra ride for stream now that I'm at my PC. It just looks like you've got black bars. Yeah, so I liked it because it looked like I was it was like cinematic, right? It looked like a Quentin Tarantino film. That's a lie. It definitely didn't look like a Quentin Tarantino film. Good. GG, pass me. GG. Yeah, to be fair, I don't know why I suddenly decided I had to do it. And it is because my widescreen is the screen that I play games on, and I didn't like the fact that it would squash, or yeah, like when you'd put it onto stream with the different resolution to what I was playing it on, like it just felt like I was stretching it or squashing it. I don't know. I may be making this up in my head. I just remember I had a reason, and I feel like it was probably only mildly valid. But you know what? Sue me. Don't sue me. I've got no money. Don't sue me. Sue me after I release a whole line of incredibly expensive bougie haute couture dice bags. You know, I remember way back I asked you if your screen was cropped properly because stream would be cut off. This may be why now. Maybe? Maybe? It looked cut off on my TV. Oh, probably. Maybe? Yeah. Let's go with yes. I mean, I'm generally surprised that the sound is even working, guys. Couldn't tell you if music's playing because I didn't put my headphones back in. I should probably do that, though. Life is better with music, she says. Okay. We're getting there, guys. These little bits, these are like the tedious bits, but they're very important steps because these are so things don't unravel. Oh god, so back then she had the ultra drive setting running on 7020p, so you couldn't even read text. Yeah. I also used to use Streamlabs rather than OBS, and I don't recommend it. Now that I've finally moved to OBS, like a year and a half ago? Maybe longer? It's better. Streamlabs, I was like, I just didn't know what I was doing, clearly. I still don't know what I'm doing. Why am I even acting like I know what I'm doing? It's all lies. I still don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, Slobs lives up to its name. What in the fuck, Nugget? What is going on here? Oh, I've already tied it off? I guess so. Oh, I've sewn it into place. That's fine. Let's not fight fate. Read above, Moogie. Oh, Oh, I just realised the hexagon shape you use also reflects the hexagon shape some dices have for D&D. How fitting. That's why we went with a hexagon. The first one I just did a circle and 4 lines, so it was only going to be 4 things, and it came into like a pouch, and then I was like, fuck it, let's do a hexagon. Like, you can do any shape. I think any more than 6 sides, so what would be 6 pockets, I think would make it a little bit like I think it'd be too much, like not overkill. I think it would ruin the flow of the pattern or like the functionality of it. But yeah, it's a hexagon because of D&D. Because dice, baby. Okay. Oh yes, please pull through, thread. Pull through! Don't make me get the strawberry extract! Okay, that's my one dig today. The only dig I'm gonna make. You really are smart. Oh, thank you. That is that is a misrepresentation of me, though. I really am not that smart. I just hope for the best. I'm optimistic, is what I am. Okay, yes! We've done that bit. Okay. Got so excited. The inside hexagon. Let's grab some pleather. Maybe we'll go with clever, question mark. We're just going to move that out of the way for a second. Go there, not in the cup. If you go in the cup, I will be sad. So, I have this beautiful, beautiful pleather. I say beautiful. Smells like the warehouse it came out of. We're going to ignore the bit with discoloration, because we're not going to use the discolorated bit. We're going to use the non-discolorated bit. And we're going to find our hexagon. And we're not going to use chalk for this. We are going to use a pen. I'm sure I've got one. Or a pencil. Pencil, somewhere, please. Oh, water. This is only going to end well. Water by everything. Okay. I'm sure I've got a smart place for this, like up here. I need to get one of those big, like, beaker cups, so if I do knock it over, it's like no spill. Adults Tommy Tippy. Okay. We just want... Ooh. Sharper pen. Pencil would have been better. We're just going to draw around that. We love a shape. Good point. I gotta go make drinks. Yeah, if you haven't already drunk anything yet today, go hydrate. It's smart. I need to remember to do it because, I mean, I've just spent the last 6 months trying to rehab my voice, and a big part of that is making sure I'm hydrated. Yay! Hexagon. I'm not going to use my nice scissors for this. I'm going to use genuine, just paper scissors for this. Oh. Because we are not using nice fabric scissors on pleather. Keep knocking things out of the way. And then we're just going to cut it out. Nice and easy. Nice and simple. Simple pimple. Now, I am not putting pleather through the sewing machine because that will start fucking around with my tension. I'd have to play around with some of the needles. I don't actually have leather/pleather needles at the moment either. So we're just gonna hand do this. This is just gonna be like a little bougie hand sew. Probably do a little fancy blanket stitch. Little blanket stitch. Why not? I am going to actually very quickly. What needle do I want to push through this? Because that will depend on what thread I use. This feels like. No, that's too thick a needle. Do I have like a thick needle but not too thick? Oh, yes I do. Oh, that'll do. Okay. Thread. Now for this, I brought some. That's for the outside. Where's my other threads? Or is that for the outside? How do I want to do this? What do I want my inside thread to be? Let's get this. Let's have a look. Do we want it to be contrasting? Maybe we want it to be contrasting. Contrasting would be cool, right? So this is going to go on the one that we've just done. Nice and middling. Do I want to use... I think I do want to do it. I'm going to go with contrasting. Executive decision, guys. We're going to contrast. What I'm using is embroidery thread. I do have like bookbinding, really gorgeous bookbinding thread, like a wax thread. It's just it's buried under stuff, so we're not using that. We're using this because I brought this the other day, and it's available right now without me having to pull out everything. And we're just gonna like a long bit. Hopefully that's enough. That should be enough. Hee hee. And I feel like that. Oh, hello. Is that wonky? No, go on the right bit. You. Life! What are you? Why are we doing this? Oh, you motherfudge! No, it's fine. It's okay. We just gonna unpick part of it. Just gonna unpick part of it and dumb is what I am. Dumb. So we need to why? We need to unpick part of it. No, we don't. Having an existential life crisis. Like, that's wonky. I wonked that. No, I didn't, though. Yes, I did. Did I? Can I get you to go top and bottom there? And then we just, like, do that? It's fine, guys. It's fine. Existential life crisis. Mild panic over. We can fix this. Fix this, she says. Famous last words. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Trial and error. Trust the process? Yeah. Don't worry, the spitty bits of thread will never... Oh. Can we not? The spitty bits of thread, that was what I was going to say, won't be part of the product. See? Thread it, and I'll snip the spit bit off. There it goes, gone. Goodbye, offending germage. And then we're gonna do another little spidery knot. Love going outside in -2 weather in my bare feet to collect frozen drinks. Jeez Louise. There you go, there's a nice little thing knot there. What we're gonna do is we're going to come underneath here. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna come underneath. We're gonna thread it through, question mark? Kind of, kind of, like, we want this to go through like a nice thing, but not too far from the edge, but not too close either. But once you make a hole, that's fine. We're good. Panicking for no reason. Panicking for no reason. We're going to try and do a blanket stitch, if I can remember how to do a blanket stitch. It's good. Blanket stitch. It's like you loop it and then you tuck it. Blanket stitch. You loop it, you swoop it, you pull. Yeah, no, you do. You loop it, you swoop it, and you pull it. And I'm like, am I doing this the wrong way? Blanket stitch? It's been a minute since I've had to do a blanket stitch. What about 2 years? Okay. Let's think this through. What way do I want to go if I want a blanket stitch? see the shape of the leather and my mind just jumps to footballs. Yeah, it's well, footballs are made up of that kind of thingy, aren't they? We're just gonna try. I feel like I should be doing it that way around, shouldn't I? Because then I can. Yeah. Okay. Fudge. Let's pull you back. I think I'm sewing it wrong. I know a blanket stitch. Can I remember? Can I fuck? To be fair, it's because a blanket stitch is usually on the edge. So you'd usually do it like so. So maybe a blanket stitch is not the stitch that I want for this. Maybe we just want to lash the shit out of this. Do a whip stitch, which I think is what we're going to do. I could be wrong. We'll figure this out. Figure this out together. Oh, there we go. So we do that. I love the pleather colour. It was not necessarily a choice to be this colour. This was very free pleather. From David, who'd pinched a load from work. Oh yeah, no, I'm doing it right. I remember now. I remember how to... Wrong way. I do remember how to blanket stitch, though. We're just doing it the wrong way. Oofed. And then you go like that, question mark. And then you pull it together. What do we do? I lied. I don't remember. It's got that walnut rosewood vibe. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm sure there's a... Well, do you know what? Even if there was a way, we're not doing it now. Guys, change of design plans. One day I'll remember how to do a blanket stitch properly. Okay. You know, if I hadn't spent most of this stream having an existential life crisis over the fact that I cannot, for the life of me, remember half of the stuff. Do you know, this is going to just be rustic. It's going to have character. It's going to have character. Because then I would, like... Then you'd do that, right? I'm gonna Google a blanket stitch. Not right now, like in my own time. In my own time. Oh no! Oh, you numpty. Starts threading things through things that they shouldn't be thread through. Is a donut. Is called Moogie. Throws out. It's rustic! It's rustic, guys! It's all a work in progress. You know, eventually we'll make one that is stunning. So we're gonna do this. We're just gonna shove that in that hole again. Shove it in a hole. Oh. Ooh. Get rid of the spitty bit. Ain't no spit in these products. Okay. God, this would have been easier. I should have... Okay, so I was in TK Maxx the other day. I should have brought myself an embroidery hoop because this would have been so much easier with an embroidery hoop. Next time, Gadget. Ugh. Just because, if those that have never used one before, an embroidery hoop just torts it out for you, holds it. At the moment, it's like trying to sew through a freaking... I don't know how to describe that without being incredibly crass, and I don't fancy being incredibly crass at this very moment in time. Next time on Dragon Ball Moogie. Just put it in that hole again. Ain't no spinning these products. Do you mind, Dwolin? Stop misquote. It's not even a misquote. I said those exact words. Maybe I probably gave myself too much thread, but it's fine. It's an arm workout. There may have been some other words in between. There might have been some other words in between. Okay. Oy, oy. Maybe I should have thought about this. Let's get this camera on a little bit more what we're doing here. We're just attaching it with like a little rusticy blue thingy. Oh, I missed the trick. I could have put little beads on it next time. The next iteration of whatever we make will have little beads on it too. Ooh, 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 ooh. Gopher is getting a new PC this coming week. I'm so excited nice! New PCs are so fun. Like, obviously, but I love it. It's like when you get to unpack it all. I build all my own PC, like, stuff. Don't ask me how I've managed it. This is like the third PC I've built is the one I'm using now. Myself. I don't know why it works, but I know what I'm doing half the time. It's like fun grown-up Lego that is more expensive, and if it doesn't work, it sucks. I can install a graphics card, a CPU, and a RAM. That's about it, Keg. Isn't that like that's pretty much what you need to do. It's just a motherboard and sticking dibbly-dobblies and other dibbly-dobblies, right? Every computer person that knows what they're doing is dying on the inside when I say stuff like that. Come on! There we go. Oh! Oh, scissors, no! You stay away. We're okay. We're good. Do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna pin this just here, so that I don't completely fuck up. Just so it kind of holds it kind of in place. That's gonna stab me at some point, isn't it? I see it happening. I predict a stabbing of my own hand. I predict a stabbing. If those scissors had any intrusive thoughts, it'd be over. Imagine. Me and those scissors would fight, and I would lose because they're a sharp object, and I am me. Just squaring up to scissors. Oh. The lining hides all of the sins. Oh. I say that, if you ever get a chance, if you've got like a outfit or some clothing or a product that has like lining, and you don't want it anymore, pull it apart and have a look at the inside. Because I'm telling you right now, a fucking mess. It's a fucking mess, I tell you. I write seams, not tragedies. Maybe I should have stuck to writing. It's a lie. I have sewn longer than I've written, which that's probably quite tragic in itself, actually. To be saying and admitting. And what else? What have I been doing longer than sewing? Existing. It's not tragic at all. Aww. You're a sweetheart. I don't know, I just turned into my grandmother then. Sweetheart. She doesn't sound like a farmer, so I don't know why I thought I sounded like my grandmother. It's because she says sweetheart. Sometimes we do dumb stuff. Sometimes we say dumb things. Sometimes I wrestle with pleather on a stream. Sweetheart. Yeah, my nanny's like East End, London-y kind of accent. One I can't do. I just can't do it. I can't do like a Cockney accent. It just doesn't come out of my mouth right. It sounds like I'm taking the piss out of anyone with a Cockney accent, and I don't particularly want to take the piss out of someone's accent. Sounds more like Bronx Mob. Oh, I'm not even gonna try and do a Bronx accent because I can't. Anthea can attest to this. So can Sword. So can anyone that's ever had me try and do one. So can anyone that saw me that one time I was in New York. Every time a horn went off, and I'd be like, "Hey, I'm walking here, yo weenie," as if I was hilarious. And I'm generally surprised I didn't get shot in New York for that. Generally surprised. Ugh, ugh. Look at that rustic sewing. Do you know, that's like when people paint stuff, like paint furniture, and then they accidentally chip it, and someone went, it's just distressed. Right? This is rustic, it's just distressed. No! It's your fault! You're shit! Moogie, you're shit! Stop trying to pretend like it's good. You're delusional. Vinny! Hello, my lovely! Oh. Although I am keeping an eye on the time. We will probably be wrapping up for today. And then what I'll do is I'll put this to one side and I'll finish it tomorrow. Maybe. Might come back and pick up stream again. Unless someone wants to, you know, drive for the next hour. Literally has distressed guitar, but it was manufactured that way. Bullshit. It was not manufactured that way. They made it and then went, fucked it, just called it distressed, and then said it was manufactured that way. I'll send you a photo. I would love to see a photo of this guitar, actually. Yeah, no, you paid extra for them to fuck it up. It's perfectly smooth. Well, it's like when you get distressed jumpers and stuff. Like, have you seen them in the shops at the moment? Like I say at the moment, always. And t-shirts, and they've got like holes in them that look like moth holes. And I'm like, I could pay 90 quid for this jumper with moth holes, or, hear me out, I could just wear the t-shirt I have that has actual moth holes in it. When they ding and scratch the shit, that's that, but it looks worn. That's what we call in the world of guitars relicing. I have no idea what relicing means. Oh, relicking? Yes, relicking. I'll tell you what, a fun person to talk to about guitars, Doylin, is Chad Babydoll. He's also into his music. His music. Chad Babydoll's gonna be like, stop it. Stop doing this to me. Stop mentioning me and telling people my business. Oh my god. Come on. There we go. Just wrestling with needles and pleather and stuff. Here we go. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. That was like one whole blur. Just one whole blur. Moogie, glad to see you back. Hi, Drift. Yeah, we've snuck in early hours of the morning for anyone in the States. It was 11 a.m. for anyone in the UK. Nice, normal time to be awake if you're on EU hours. Yeah, we're having a little sewing stream. We're doing some crafting. Mostly we're having a good old gossip with each other. And telling people our tragically embarrassing life stories. You know, that's what friends do, right? But how are you, Drift? How have you been? Ugh. Oh no! No! Go away. There's not a knot. There is a knot. Ugh. Get out of here. I'm gonna fight it. Actually gonna fight it. It's 6:30 a.m. here where I'm at. Super happy to see you back and well. Oh, thank you. Yeah, so one of the big reasons I disappeared for since May was vocal issues. And what happened is it was a number of things combined, but one of the big factors was I was streaming, I was doing 10 to 12 hour long streams, and I was doing them every day. And I'm talking nonstop, and I'm doing silly voices, and I'm shouting. And I am shouting. And I'm not drinking enough, and I'm not sleeping enough, and I gave myself vocal nodes. That was the long and short of it. I gave myself vocal nodes, and I lost my voice a lot. And now I'm in vocal therapy. Try and fix it. Come on, knot. Yes. See? Fight the knots. So yeah. I got the okay to start giving it a go. Like I'm coming back to stream from my vocal therapist. She's a really lovely lady. She's obviously knows her stuff. Um. Oh. So yeah, and that's where we're at now. Like I can speak to you. I'm coughing a little bit today, and like I guess I'm over talking. Also just not drinking enough. You should drink loads of water when you have throat issues. Not even when you have throat issues. Just drink water. Just keep hydrated. But yeah. But we are back. I'm glad you're on the mend. Missed the chill streams. Yeah, I didn't really do that many chill streams to be fair. Back in the day. Kind of wish I had. But I got like super tied up in what I was doing. I was streaming a lot of roleplay, and it was good. There were some amazing stories being told. It's just a shame that I burnt myself out to the point where I burnt my throat out, essentially. But yeah, to me, Cece was chill. Cece was chill. Don't say that. There's nothing chill about Cece. She was the one I used to shout the most on. She would lose her shit all the time. But yeah, we're probably like I plan to be a bit more around on streams now. It will be a lot more like little crafty type things, I guess. Like we're just gonna see how it goes, guys. We're just like I'm not gonna make any promises. We're just gonna see where the wind takes us. So sad for Andy though. Why are you sad for Andy? Andy's fine. Andy's great. Andy has no idea what's happened. She's just out there living her best life. As far as she's concerned, her husband's alive. She's just being chilling, waiting for him to come back. She doesn't know how much time's passed. She's a cabbage. She's fine. just leave our girl. Just leave our girl to her minor tragedies, right? She's good. She's good. Ain't no one coming to bust her brains in. She'll probably survive. She'll probably live a long old life. Maybe. Till she sneezes and the last part of her brain flies out of her nose hole. Like, but yeah. I can't tell it's meta. Yeah, sure. I mean, I know what's happened. Oh. I don't think it's particularly. I think enough time's passed now for it not to be major meta, and I don't know how many people are really following that story anyway. Oh God, she's doing her own thing. Andy's doing her own thing. She's just doing her own little thing. It's kind of what she's always done. She just lived in a little world of her own Andy making. Oh God, why? Why are we doing this to me, Thread? What is happening? Fighting Thread again. Oh, come on. There we go. I fixed it. Just a little bit brute force. Hurt no one, right? You figured I knew, but rules are rules. 100%. I get your drift. Don't you worry. Anyway, how have you been? How's the cooking going? Like the chefing, the culinary stuff. Pretty sure that's like we were talking about the last time we spoke. Still waiting to come round for like, dinner at your restaurant. Ugh. This is just the slow and arduous bit. Just a little bit of hand sewing. Another reason why I love sewing machines. Fast. I like my instant gratification machinery. I don't know how to call it. Why don't I say it like that? Like instant gratification machinery. I like things that make life easy. And again, does the sewing machine really make life easy, or does it just make life frustrating when it doesn't work? Oh. Oh, I forgot to tell you, the wife is pregnant. Congratulations. Congratulations, Drift. So baby number 2. Oh, wowzers. Wowzers. Congratulations and good luck. My son is also 14 months and growing so big. Thing is, I remember when you said, like, I definitely remember you saying about your firstborn. God, has it been that long? Oh my God, it's been that long. Are we all old now? Is that what's happening? Is that the meta? Are we all old? But yeah. Oh wow. Baby number 2. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to do a baby booty stream at some baby knitted boots stream at some point. Why? I caught myself. I didn't complete the sentence. I heard it before it came out of my mouth for once. We got you. Feet booties, little knitted boots. Oh no, another knot. This is why we don't use long amounts of thread. Oh, don't you dare be too tight for me to pull out. I'm not a fan of the words coming out of my mouth at the moment. I'm talking about thread. The thread has a knot. And I'm trying to... Nope. There we go. See? I fixed it. Questionable phrasing streams with Moogie. The only thing we need now is Bud to be in on this stream on a call with me, just like adding his own questionable phrasing, right? I'm sure that guy has worse phrasing than me. Right? Probably. Watch out, the thread threatens you. Yeah. Oy. Oh, God. Oh. So yeah, let's just keep with our rustic threadery. This might have been easier if I'd punched holes into the pleather first. I don't think I'd need to because it's pretty pliable. It's just, it might have been genuinely faster and easier for me if I had. Well, I'd love to stay, but I got to head back to work. I hope you have an amazing... Oh, head to work. I hope you have an amazing rest of your stream, Moogie. Thank you. Have a nice day at work. And hopefully catch you soon. And again, a double congratulations. Again. My favourite thing is when Bud says phrasing so bad that it's actually unforgivable, but when chat bring it up, he flat out doesn't understand what he said. I don't believe that for a minute. I think he knows. I think he knows, okay? I'm calling him out. I'm allowed to. As streamer wife, I'm allowed to call him out. He knows. He ain't dumb. That man's secretly a super genius, okay? Don't underestimate Bud. A handful of weeks ago, I saw Tiffany and a few others parked in the middle of the highway, so I pulled over my semi. I was towing an oil rig, and Aria, Cat's Crim, asked if she shot it. Would it explode? And I said, well, this is literally an explosive... and naturally, Tiffany had to say, oh, my favourite kind, sir. Oh, man. So, for a little while, I played on a server called Unwritten, which is a GTA server, and the characters that Dwellin is talking about is they were some of the best. I generally really enjoyed roleplay with these people, and they were hilarious. And there's one character called Tiffany, played by Tish something or other. She does like art stuff. Like, I've been following her on TikTok. She's amazing at it. But she played this hilarious character who put at the end of her words, like, hello, how are things, oompa loompa, Mortishy. Yeah, so she's called Mortishy. She is on Twitch, by the way. And she was fantastic. Like, to anyone that's probably watching this that has followed my streams, I didn't stream any of this. This is probably someone that you're not like means nothing to you, but she should, because she's great, and I would highly recommend following her because she's kind of hilarious. She's kind of hilarious and she's incredibly talented. So, you know. She brought back an elderly character this week, apparently. Like, I'm like, dear God. Jeez. Ugh. So yeah, sadly, only me and you know what we're talking about, Doylan. But everyone's just gonna have to take our word for it that she's fantastic. Okay, we're still on track. We're still on track, guys. Tish is wonderful, but Purple, Dune. Purple, I mean, I still haven't been accepted, so it's only you, my friend. If I do get into Purple, I probably will stream that. That will probably be me doing a little bit of GTA streaming. She says, maybe. Again, we're not gonna make any promises. We'll see how we feel. We'll see how we feel, guys. I haven't hopped on yet. Still haven't. I'm generally surprised. You should. Or are you just waiting for me because besties? I'd feel bad if you were generally just waiting for me. Made El Jefe but haven't played. El Jefe. For those wondering, Doylan played El Jefe from early days Cecily on Guama. He went through a lot of her early days existential life crises with her, like the cornbread fucking almost massacre of 1901. At this point, you're just gonna wait. Has war flashbacks. Oh my god, I remember freaking cornbread gate. Oh, and the thing is, it was all because they hadn't added it properly in or something. Like something had happened where the recipe wasn't like properly put in, and we'd spent so long losing our mind. We were trying to add rocks. Like we were like, what if we add rocks to this? Like we were just straight up making poison. Straight up adding poison for the Great Guama Bake Off. Early day Cece, guys. And everyone wonders why she became a criminal. Cornbread. That's the true evil origin story of Cecily Caldwell. Fucking cornbread. Like, I was studying historical cornbread recipes. Yeah, same. And when I say studying, I mean I was Wikipediaing and Googling. I'm not going to give my opinion on those fucking baking recipes. Oh my god. Nightmare. The thing is that cornbread was bad enough, and then they brought out loads of other recipes, and I did it again. I can't help it, guys. It's a puzzle. And I had to solve it, and I was like, I will figure these fucking recipes out. I won't do it anymore. I've learnt my lesson. And the lesson is no. We became the children of the corn. So there is a clip knocking around somewhere because Vasquez was there. And I'm talking to stream. I streamed this whole thing and I'm talking to chat. And I'm going, I'm so angry. I'm going to murder everyone here. Cecily's going to have a snap. That's it. This is the CC snap we've all been waiting for. And this is 2 months in. Not even 2 months into me being on the server. And I'm like, we're going to have the CC snap. And Vasquez, obviously I'm, as a character in the game, I'm really quiet. Vasquez, who was played by Osso, dude just knew. He knew that when I was quiet, I was clearly, like, the character was angry at something. I was obviously contemplating pixel murders. And he was like, I don't like that look on your face. And I was like, motherfucker, is he reading my mind? Hey, Cecily, want to lead a gang? Too bad. Sit in the saloon and fucking bake this. Never again. Fucking baking. I love baking real life, by the way, guys. I've actually made cornbread since. I really enjoy cornbread. I quite like it. I think it's quite tasty. It's quite nice, one might say. I prefer like biscuits, as in savory biscuits, like American biscuits. I'm going to call them American biscuits. You guys just call them biscuits if you're in America, but I'm going to call them American biscuits because, you know, I also have biscuits. The endless piles of crates in that one. The tonics. That was actually, the tonics wasn't bad. The tonics was 3 days. I went insane. 3 days no sleep to figure out that fucking magic pixie dust fucking tonic, super soldier tonic. Biscuits over there is in cookies. No, we have cookies. Cookies are cookies. Biscuits are biscuits. Cookies are a type of biscuit. We're not having the cookie biscuit debate. We're not doing that. We're not doing that today. I will win. I will win through violence. Okay. We're going to get halfway through this bit of leather. And then, sadly, guys, I'm gonna have to call it. Because I do have to go and pick up my partner from work. Because we only have the one car. And it's mine, and I drive it. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna finish this little dibble-dob. I'd like to actually... Oh, you'd like to actually be educated on the difference. Honestly, I think it's just a language thing, okay? It's just cultural language, isn't it? Biscuits. Should let's quick Google it, shall we? Let's do a quick Google of biscuits. Definition of biscuit. So I think this was like a whole thing that happened with Jaffa cakes, by the way, in the UK. There was like whether or not it was a cake or a biscuit, because if it was one thing, it was going to get taxed more. So, like the UK, we know how to define a biscuit. No, not biscuit sewing tin. Biscuit definition. A biscuit is a small, flat, dry, and usually sweet cake made from dough. Fuck off, AI. That's wrong. No, it's not. It's from the Cambridge Dictionary. Okay, according to the Cambridge Dictionary, it's a small, flat cake that is dry and usually sweet. Chocolate ginger biscuits, a packet of biscuits, tea and biscuits. It's basically just a baked good, guys. It's the crunchy baked good. But, like, we do have cookies, because we have Millie's cookies. Like, the little, like, shopping centre hole-in-the-wall things. And they're, like, the big, yummy, gooey cookies. They're nice. And then you can get Marily Bland is a brand of biscuit, and they do cookies. So I think in the UK we just define cookie as a cookie, and then everything else is like a biscuit, and they have a name like Jaffa Cakes, Jammy Dodge. I still don't know if a Jaffa Cake's a biscuit. That's the wrong example. But like Jammy Dodgers, custard creams, chocolate bourbons, digestives, they're all biscuits. By definition of the Cambridge Dictionary. Must be right, it's from Cambridge. I will say right now, I do not respect dictionaries, because I'm pretty sure sometime in the last couple of years, one of the big dictionaries decided to make the word of the year a poop emoji. So, sign of the times? Maybe. Do I need to accept it? Fuck no. Fucking poop emoji is a word. Whatever happened to the English language? Yeah! I can't remember... One of the English, the big famous English dictionaries. Can't remember which one. Named the poop emoji as like the word of the year. I'm Googling that too quick. Fucking, why not, eh? Ooh, poop emoji word of the year. Oh. Year dictionary. We're getting sidetracked, guys. Oh. Apparently it wasn't the poop emoji. I've obviously been told something else. But it was the face with tears of joy emoji. That was the word of the year. So it's still a fucking emoji. Where did the poop... Someone must have like taken that and said the poop emoji, and I've misremembered. In 2015, so it wasn't the last few years, it was like 10 years ago, but... Sorry, you're talking like this and I'm reminded of a Farage clip I saw yesterday of him calling semi-skim milk left wing. Fuck off. Fuck off. I'm not. What? How is milk left wing? Don't do this to me. It's a tragedy. Dwelling. Yeah, any emoji isn't a word. Go away. As an English student, major, qualificationer. Oh my god, just butchering the English language with all of that. I take great offense at emojis as words. You exist, political? Because everything can't help but make everything fucking political. Milk is milk. Okay? It's milk, goes in my tea. Sometimes I use oat milk. It's a different kind of milk. There's nothing left wing, right wing about that. It's just fucking milk. It ain't that deep. I drink it. Sometimes I drink it with chocolate flavoring. Sometimes I don't. You exist, political. I don't know. Okay. Right. Ow! Ooh. No, we're good. That one didn't draw blood either. We've not drawn blood today. Let's go. Okay. Oh. We're going to leave that there. I don't need to tie that off because we still got half a dibble dobble to do. We will... Don't know. We'll pick this up. Maybe when I get back. Maybe if people want to hang out for a bit longer. Or I could do this again tomorrow. I'm feeling maybe do this again tomorrow. Nice daytime. Yeah. We'll do it again tomorrow. We'll do it again tomorrow. So we'll finish this off tomorrow. I will apologize to anyone from the States. It will be another 11 a.m. start, which is 11 a.m. UK, 6 a.m. EST. So I'm sure I'll see you like 3 hours in. We need a Call of Duty First Blood alert for when you cut yourself doing this. We probably do. I'll try and get some better lighting, maybe. Who knows? But I do need to go. Otherwise, my poor fiancé is going to be stood out in the cold. In the rain. He won't. He can stand in the building. So yeah, do you know what? Tomorrow. That's a done deal. Tomorrow we will do this again at 11 a.m. or 6 a.m. EST. And until then, oh my god, I haven't done this for a little while. Until then, love you, miss you, bye.